What does it mean to conquer the universe? It is the human sin of greed that brings us here. In a world where we choose to create or destroy, it is time to survive for 100 days in Beyond Cosmo.
That's what I'm saying to you. If you faint hearted, you better leave. You try to cross me, then you dead to me. Cause I'm in the business of making enemies. Then there's a good chance that you ain't never leave. You feeling comfortable, you should never be. Cause I bring the pain if it should ever me. Tonight you should really find a lifeline. Outlaws come alive in the nighttime.
Welcome everyone to a brand new pack. This time we're taking on Beyond Cosmo. So far, I've died 21 times. A couple of noticeable ones where a creeper jumped on me and exploded. What the f? On day 12 where I got absolutely rinsed. What is this? What is this? Another day 5 where I figured out that Enderman teleport you to them. I accidentally looked at him. Oh, he teleports me. Nah, I'm so done. I'm so done. And then the biggest hitter of them all on day 25 where I got absolutely bodied by just a regular zombie. Oh my god. Yeah, this pack is definitely not for the weak. And I mean that when I say that. Now, what is going to help us in the beginning of the pack? Well, there is one redeeming feature. And that is a little bit of food, namely a sandwich and a cookie, and a Glock 17. Now, we also get a red dot for this Glock 17, and we get 26 ammo. It's not the most, but it is something. This Glock is going to be my best friend for the next couple of days, maybe even weeks. It's the only redeeming feature. A full clip loaded into it, bullets in the chamber, and I'm ready to go. I'm gonna be pulling no punches. I'm going to be using every single tactic and skill that I possess in order to give myself the best run possible. I will abuse every feature, I will kill anything in my way, and I will inflict unimaginable amounts of violence on everything within this pack. That's the way we're gonna run this show. With that being said, let's first go ahead and get some additional food from this grocery store, because we want to loot up as many buildings as possible in the first few days, because mobs are weakened in the first 3 or 5 days. This is our grace period, essentially. We get a kitchen knife. That's already a good start. You want to keep cobwebs. You want to take alcohol with you whenever you can. I'm trying to look for some tools as well. There's some healing items here, which is very nice. I'm going to use that to make a homemade bandage, and we can use that to make a disinfected bandage. That's going to give us regeneration 2 for 40 seconds. That's really good. I did see some cows on my way here. I do want to go loop back around for those, because leather is a very valuable resource in the early game. Oh, there's one cow. Here we go. That's 3 pieces of leather. Do horses drop leather? They do, they do. Okay, 5 leather. I'm gonna need to use the cobwebs here to get some string. Now we just need some wood, and then we have a backpack. Okay, I'm seeing a couple of interesting structures here. The warehouse is nice. That has a whole lot of leather, so I'm definitely gonna go for that. We're just looking for some basic resources in these first days. Oh, dude, we don't even have a way inside of this place. Oh wait, hold on. There is actually an easy way to access. We can crawl underneath here. Ah, look at that. These barrels on top of these aisles, they are the ones with string, leather, and food, which is pretty awesome. Wait, there's a camp here. Hold on. What do you have? A machete. That's a better weapon. I'll take it. I will also take the wool, because with wool and this crafting table, we can make a sleeping bag. That's gonna go quite a long way, actually. Wait, hold on. This is not a hardware store, but it does have a better melee weapon inside. I already know the spawns of these buildings and what is inside of them. So when we go down here, we open this trapdoor, crawl underneath. This one will have a crowbar that deals 9 damage instead of 6. It does have a little bit lower attack speed, but that is honestly fine. I see another camp over... No, that's a caravan. We need that. We need that stat. The caravan is a major increase in survivability because that one has an even better melee weapon. I think even best in slot right now. And it also has armor for us, which is going to just make our survivability go through the roof. It's also a nice place to camp out for the night. What do we got? Oh, no melee weapon. We do get a full set of gear, and it's actually pretty good gear. Yeah, that is a full set of gear. Oh, dude. More than a full row of armor. You'll love to see it. What about the lootable containers outside? These usually have some light sources. There's tools. Hella tools. There's also a saddle, which I will take with me. If we can score ourselves a horse with the saddle, we can actually travel pretty far and pretty fast. All right, this is a very good day one. This is an incredible day one. I'm being very scarce with my bullet usage because I want to use it only for sticky situations right now. I have a really good melee weapon, so I kind of want to abuse that fact. I'm not going to cap with you guys. I haven't even played this specific update in Minecraft in vanilla. I only play modded, so I don't even have any idea what to do with these. There should be horses around. Oh, yes, we do. All right, what speeds are y'all working with? 9.82, 9.77, 7.3, and 5.9. So this horse is the best one out here. It's not much, but it's something. Even when I do a perfect jump, my horse cannot jump 2 blocks. I gotta keep that in mind. That is frightening. I'm a little bit salty we haven't found a single hardware store yet, but this camp can make up for that. It is a ruined version, however, but normally in here there is some tools. An iron hoe, an iron axe. Ah, that's unfortunate. I'll take the axe. What is this? Oh, a zombie head? Ugh. Pickaxe is about the only thing I'm still missing for this run to actually start going. Because if you want to make your own tools, you're going to need to make flint tools, then upgrade them into stone by doing a whole lot of extra steps. And I'm not about that. Please have the tools that I need. Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Clay is very nice. Oh, a shield. Oh, thank you. Oh my god. Molotov cocktails. I'm not a fan of Molotov cocktails. What I am a fan of is how much iron spawns in this guy's place. Let me make a backpack first. That is definitely very, very, very much needed. And then we'll make that into a backpack. Why does everybody want to kill themselves on the barbed wire? Am I the only sane one in this pack? And the horse is doing it again. The horse is gonna die. It's dead. I'm telling you, it's dead. I knew it was gonna die. I just knew it. Man, unbelievable. Really wish we could get an easy replacement for the horse. For some reason, they never think that it's a dangerous space where there's barbed wire. Both the villager and the horse didn't think about it. Oh, I see a highway. I definitely want to try to loot up the highway. There's also a barn here. I'm gonna make a quick stop at the barn because I know it has a chance to spawn medical items. Oh, it has horses. Speed 12. Excuse me? You're like the horse I need right now. There we go. Oh, that's a fast horse. That is awesome. All right, let me just loot up gasoline. Really good. Slime balls. That's also pretty good. Tools. You can get tools in here. Really now? This definitely scales up our ability to traverse the world. Bunker, windmill, house. That's a pretty nice spawn next to each other. I do like... Oh my god, it pulls me and my horse. There's no way that should be illegal. Okay, cool thing about this place. These chests inside of these cars, they can spawn guns. And apparently tools as well. And ammo. and food. It's like a little bit of everything that you need. Now we got to run all that highway back again, because I probably want to set up camp over here. I'm going to be abusing the wind turbine because that gives us some height. I'm going to be abusing that. This is probably the dumbest thing to do, but I'm taking a gamble. I just got to be ready to leave the bed. We're good. Let's go. Go. We're safe. We're safe. Back on the horse. Let's go set up our camp. Oh my god, there's zombies everywhere. Oh, there's a meteor here as well. Oh my god. Dude, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a goated run. Let's go chop some trees. We'll go for hickory. I think hickory actually looks pretty nice. We'll just have to plant a bunch of hickory trees around the base. 26 logs from this tree. Ooh, another one with 26. All right, I'm gonna chop about 5 to 6 more trees, and then we'll set up the basics for the base. All right, here we go. This is it. This is the base. I do want to keep these weathered plate irons because of one simple reason. I believe, if I remember right, these actually smelt into iron ingots, which means that by setting up my base here, I don't have to worry at all about iron ingots. Okay, first things first, let's make a base floor. All right, this is the first layer of the base. I kind of want to keep smelting these little bad boys. We're also going to need a crafting table, of course. I don't want to build my storage system on this floor, however. I want to build it up higher because most of my time will be, or a lot of my time will be spent during the night, and that would be a pretty bad idea. Gotta love wind turbines for iron. Gotta love it. That's a problem I had in my previous run, is I ran out of iron so many times. I'm not gonna have that problem this time. Look at all the stuff that's spawning down there. Oh my god. I'm glad I'm up high. Yeah, look at that. I'm already getting shot at. Unbelievable. The audacity on some of these mobs, bro. Okay, that's the basics of storage sorted out. Okay, we have a couple of extra tools. That's pretty nice. Day 5, we're set up. We're set up. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh my god, these skeletons don't burn during the day. Oh. Right, the creepers are trying to blow up my walls. Yeah, this place is dangerous. I definitely need water at the bottom. I think I can easily survive this height. I'm gonna do it. Oh, latched onto the horse last second. See you later, bozos. That was kind of epic. Can't believe that actually worked. I definitely think one of the goals should be to get a create system going with some basic machinery. That way we can get into ammo production. We're gonna need to make a cave entrance leading out of our tower so that I can easily access the mine during the night. Okay, I'll do the water thing first. So that means we just go like that. Ah, that's the one that works. Yeah, that works beautifully. Flesh Maiden. Nah, I do not mess around with you. Ew. All right, then one over here. That should work beautifully as well. This should be better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, then we have a good amount of water to jump down from. That makes the base somewhat safer. I think next up is setting the create stuff up. All right, I figured out what I want to do and how I'm going to do it. First things first, we got to get some andesite. Is that a there's a creeper right there. You're joking. All right, I really... Oh! Guys, I'm not going to lie. That is monumental. We find that. That is actually monumental. We have to find a little bit more, but after we find a little bit more, that's going to change the whole game for us. Extraterrestrial steel is one of the best resources you can get for your early game tool creation, because simply put, you don't have to smith anything. You can just pick it up, smelt it, and craft it into tools. No need for any kind of weird smithing that you need for with iron and diamond and all that stuff. All right, that is a stack of andesite. There we go. Is that extraterrestrial steel again? That is. It is. It is. Holy... We're set. That's an easy tool for us. Wait, there's 2 ruined cities. There's the one to our left, and then there's one here as well. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna use this daytime to grab a couple of the necessary things, or to make a couple of the necessary things for us to really advance in the pack. First things first, we need a couple of shafts. I wonder if I still have some wood. I have a little bit of wood. Then one of the first things we got to do is make a cogwheel, make a large cogwheel. That's going to unlock a few quests for us, which will get us some more basic resources. We also get a create wrench. That is beautiful. We're going to need a water wheel, for which I don't have the required wood resources. I also don't have any bone meal. That's the one I'm struggling with a little bit, is that I don't have any bone meal. I am going to melt all of this kelp down, because we're going to be able to make mechanical belts with that stuff. Okay, now I'm kind of limited in my options what I'm going to do. There's already mobs everywhere. Yeah, we're a little bit limited in what we can do now. Yeah, I can set up my my alloy kiln. That'll be something. All right, these clay bricks will have to melt for a second. What we're doing here right now is we're getting all the necessary items for an alloy kiln and a coal oven furnace. Pretty much. We're gonna need 8 bricks to make the alloy kiln, which is what we need to make brass, which then turns into bullets. There we go. Bricks are finished. Sweet, sweet. Okay, so just alloy kiln. So that's my alloy kiln set up. I don't think I'm ready for that, though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we're gonna take it one step at a time. We're also gonna need a couple of engineering tools. These are gonna be pretty important. Also, I can actually do something before we go to sleep. I can upgrade my backpack to an iron one, which gives me a little bit more space. All right, time to go gather wood, and a bunch of it. Oh, that is crazy. Hello. My horse is... Where is my horse? Right there. So we jump down. We run. We have to sprint, full sprint. I need to loop around and get to my horse. That's the only downside of this base. I could probably fix that by making a moat with barbed wire or something along those lines, right? Run for the hills! Luckily, my horse is very fast. That's like the redeeming feature about this. All right, good chance, add good gear and a melee weapon. Got the melee weapon. This is a melee weapon that deals 15 attack damage. It's so good. Whole lot of arrows. Not sure if we're gonna use those. And pretty much a full armor set. I only got 2 sticks so far. I need a couple more. My horse is going absolutely nuts in the background. Okay, I got enough sticks to make a saw as well, so we're good on that. Got 87 logs. That should be fine for what I'm trying to do right now. That full tactical setup is making me feel pretty safe. I can't lie. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to start doing a little bit of create contraptioneering. Hickory logs don't work for this. Oh no. I need to grab some oak. Stat. Oh my god. I almost missed it. If I would have died and lost this world like that, I would have screamed. My neighbors would have thought somebody died in the house. I'm telling you. That would be one crazy guttural scream. Oh, yeah. There we go. That is andesite casing. Beautiful. Love to see it. Oh, we need to make a funnel. Yeah. These are pretty cheap, though, which is very nice. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Funnels, baby. So I can go ahead and I can actually start making, if I would have water, which I didn't think about. There's no way I can grab a water real quick, right? Without dying? No, I don't think that's possible. All right, this is probably going to become the largest layer on the base. All this is good. That's another layer prepared. I'm gonna go down and insert this into my auto smelter. Just gonna give me a little bit more leeway. Can I just do a large cogwheel? I can. Large cogwheel, small cogwheel. Then we need to encase the large cogwheel. Large one comes out of that one. Small one comes out of this one. Then we encase the big one. We're doing a triple version of this. Triple danger. It's pretty much the basics of everything. Chest over here. Chest over here. Go ahead and put a funnel right. That doesn't work. I need to make this one 3 long. Unless... that works. Yeah, that does work. Alright, sweet. Now I just need to grab some water. Okay. It's working. And it's going very fast. Now we just need a mechanical press to finish this beauty off. It sure did. I think it's like this, right? Man, I know these recipes out of my head. That's how much I've played this pack. And y'all know I never touched create before this. Boom. System's not overstressed. It is looking like a beauty. She's looking like a beauty. Now, this also means we can use this. For example, we place a wooden block here. And we just throw in 26 iron. This is going to make iron plates for us. It's probably still a scuffed setup, but hey, honestly, it works. For now, I'm just happy that we actually have a mechanical press going. Like, at least one of them. Every base can always use an infinite water source, right? Item I'm trying to make here is the coal coke oven, which is another multi-block we're gonna need. I actually think it's not a bad idea to just go ahead and make it right over here. All right, next thing we need to make, actually need an engineer's hammer. That is the reason why I made the iron plates, is we are going to need 2 of those iron plates. We are going to need a stick, and we are going to need a string. Should allow us to make the engineer's hammer, which then activates our coke oven and activates our alloy kiln. Yeah, we're just looking to make a regular press that can solve all of our needs for different kinds of plates. Go ahead and put that in. That is a triple water wheel generation going. Then we hook up a belt to that one. And this just goes. Yeah, dude, this is the tech I'm talking about. Mechanical press right there. Oh, yeah. That's it. We're done. Sweet. Okay, yeah, these mechanical belts are insane. I love these extraterrestrial ingots because these make some really good tools, right? Like, let's say, for example, now if I want to make a pickaxe, I just go ahead and I do that, which is insane. I don't have enough steel for something else, though. Okay. Do we have another windmill anywhere close by? Sort of close by? 800 blocks. It is quite far away. They are the best source of iron for me right now. This is like a stack of iron, just this one beam here. Oh, that's kind of fire. That is so much iron. I need all of it. I can make steel with all this, with which we can get into mechanism, and steel armor and equipment is stronger. What I'm mostly interested in for this steel is things like that, because we can make the rare material pack with these items, which turns into suburban warfare, and that allows us to create a whole bunch of guns. There's one thing that I really need to know, and that is if this extraterrestrial steel can mine obsidian. It can! That is goated. We just need 2 diamonds and we're done. Get out of here. I'm not taking my horse with me because I don't want my horse dying. Now, what building is going to be best to loot up? I feel like the ones that are standalone are the easiest to loot up because they don't have any shade that's being thrown on them. Meaning that there's going to be light coming in from anywhere. And this is just a skinny building, so this should be a lot better to loot up. Now, you might be wondering, ElAbro, why are you going this crazy on the machinery so early on in the back? Simply put, we kind of have to. Hold up. Oh my god. Oh my god. What did I just find? Hold up, wait a minute. We found an AKM, which is a rifle. And we found a DB4 Ursus, which is a shotgun. These are definitely the chests to go for. All right, fair enough. Let's loot up the rest. I want everything. Oh my god. HK416 blueprint. I'm just taking everything. I'm honestly just going to be taking everything. Ooh, bullets, 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 bullets. Incredible. Immaculate. Oh my god, it's an SMP. An SMG. SMP. What am I even saying? I'm so stunned. I'm too stunned to speak right now. Oh my god, 3 guns in one building. Ooh, some more bullets. Half of the bullets just disappeared. I guess they're illegal items. Hallelujah. All right, this building's up next. These are definitely better, right? Oh my god. Don't do it to me. Oh my god. Woo! All right, let me mentally recover for a second there. That was a little bit crazy. Not sure how to feel about that. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my god, that's terrible. What are you? I don't want to deal with you right now. Does that mean all of the chests are lootable? What are you? It's called a sucker. Ugh. Whatever that was. Kill it. Oh! Creeper's blowing up behind me. I'm out of here. This raid was straight gas. Cosmic discovery. What is that? Locate a meteor crater. Oh, yeah, we have done that. Oh! Oh, I don't want to deal with you. I will actually... Oh my god, he's fast. Oh my god, he's fast. Okay, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. The swarmer. Oh, there's some... Ooh. Ooh. I don't like how fast those things are. So these are the 3 guns I got, and that's the blueprint I got. We also got what appears to be a rocket. You can use it as a melee weapon. I don't think that's a good idea, because that will probably explode in my face if I do that. How does this one look? Ooh, yeah, that's kind of fire. 31 rounds, 26 rounds. I think the assault rifle is better, right? It takes 7.62. 7.62 bullets. The casings are the same price. That is actually very good. That means we really need to get an enchanting table, because we desperately need Fortune 3. If we get Fortune 3, then all of our brass and copper is just essentially going to be tripled from what we mine, right? Okay, I'm just going to jump out and we're going to run away. That's it. Oh my god, there is so many mobs. That is unbelievable. He was doing a flip. Did you see that? He just did a flip. Talk about crazy. Here we go. Oh, what is that loot? Oh! Oh! Run. Run right now. 2 diamonds! Straight like that, huh? Straight like that. That is actually nuts. Sorry, but did you not shoot a shotgun at me? Thank you. Enchanting table day 9 in a pack like this is unheard of. I got the enchanting table before I even hit level 30. Talk about crazy. All right, we got a pretty good chest sorting system going right now. The only thing I'm wondering is I should have some literature, right? I do have a couple of books. This will allow me to enchant items. Oh my goodness. We're going to need to gather up some books. And we need to get lapis somehow. Also, second question, what do we have underneath the base? Oh, that is a hidden bunker. That is like fully underneath the base. We might just have to cave in a separate area. Not the best looking system, but it is a highly functional one, I feel like. All right, sweet. That's fixed. That took me a whole night. I am very surprised to say that. Let me just finish this off real quick and then we head back into the city. They're mining this stuff? That is incredible freak behavior. Oh! What the... This one's teleporting all over the place. Oh, they're climbing up the stairs. Oh my god, what is going on? We gotta bail. Jump ship immediately. They're in my tower. Nah, that's some craziness. Yeah, I kind of want to hit like a zinc deposit so we can make bullets. That will make me feel a lot better, especially if I have bullets in an assault rifle. That is an aura I love to see. Oh, it just keeps going. Yes, score. That is going to turn into a lot of bullets. We can keep this spree up. We'll have 1,000 bullets in no time. Would like to find some additional extraterrestrial steel. Oh, sorry? Bro, I'm out of here. That's enough for one day. I am not about to sit here and get eaten. Okay, the stuff on my base despawned, or at least some of it. Oh my god, they just took out the whole front door. What? Nah, that's some demon time stuff. Like, you're seriously just not safe anywhere. That's crazy. I need to... Oh my god. He's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. Oh! Heal. Immediate heal. Yo, excuse me. That almost took out my enchanting table. I would have thrown a fit. These mobs have no chill. Okay, I need to make bullets ASAP, which means that I need iron nuggets and I need some string to make a filter. We are going to be making a list filter, and I think the best option that we have, I think is going to have to be the AKM. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. 9mm, you have served your purpose well, but it is time to retire you. Oh yeah. That's gonna turn into 200 bullets. Here we go. And the system should be quite fast. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for these bullets to be done creating. And I think we then hit up the mines. Because I really need to find lapis lazuli and a bunch of XP. So I'm just gonna wait for this to finish. All right, we're just waiting for these bullets to finish, and then we're gonna go on a big mining trip because we need levels, lapis, and all that good stuff. It can take an extended mag. It can take a stock, a muzzle. Sorry? Huh? Nah. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. You ain't getting in my base. What was that? Why is there mobs coming in from the bottom? This dude, you gotta think, this dude went up like 50 blocks on ladders trying to just get to me. What a freak, bro. What a freak. This pack, brother. This pack. Okay, that gives me 160 ammo. It's not a whole lot, but it's something. Last time I ran out of food and torches, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it just showed up on the map. What? Oh! What is that? The lechery? Can you stop moaning? Thank you. Brother, if I tell you that's freaky, that's freaky. All right. This cave exploration is going to be quite something. Oh, yeah, I did not mean to do that. Wait, you have a gun. Why do you have a gun? Niter or stellium? We do need all of those, but I want to get fortune first. Oh, this is going to blow up. Yeah, what is that? Fulmination. Okay, we're good. Whew. Put myself out. There we go. Oh, man. I will not get used to that. Yeah. Oh, my God. He gave me the fulmination again. Here we go. Oh, okay. Wait, this is a part of the hidden bunker. I'll have to be careful around here. There's another one somewhere. Let's go get that lapis lazuli and then let's go kill some mobs. I'm gonna need some spare lapis as well, so I'm just gonna mine all 4 of them. Because we're gonna need some of it for re-rolling. That's 26. Yeah, I guarantee you we can get fortune with that. Maybe I do want to peek inside of the hidden bunker. Oh, I know this is a bad idea, but my curiosity is definitely getting the better of me. Let's just take a little peek. Let's just take a little peek inside. Just a little peek. Oh. Ooh. Lootable container over that way. As long as no creeper blows me up, we should be good. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Oh. That's spicy. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Yeah. I'm getting out of here. We're gonna farm up to level 30. We're gonna go get some books from the ruined city, and then we're gonna get ourselves a fortune pickaxe, and we're gonna get incredible amounts of resources. Whoa, what are you? Craterborn. Oh, they drop a lot of levels. Raid flare. This flare will start a raid. I definitely don't want to accidentally use that. No. I need some food. I see books. There are books. Quite a few of them, even at that. Oh. You nasty little freak. That guy's doing tricks on it. Oh, you guys just get one shot. You're nothing. You are actually nothing. Those are the most trouble. Why are these guys even... They're flying. He just burned to a crisp midair. Oh! It's a non-stop battle. I wonder if these spawners get exhausted at some point. Nah, you're gonna die before you can end the pearl, buddy. This assault rifle is amazing. I love that. Oh! Oh my god! Nah. Definitely like the XP I get from these places. Would love a little bit more loot. Ooh. We're going up. I cannot stay in one place for too long when that happens. That guy's trouble. The ones that are fast are big trouble. Like that one. Oh my god! How fast is the guy? Not fast at all. Okay, we're good. Woo! Back to base we go. Back to base we go. Huh? This... Sorry? It threw me all the way from here to here. That's a thing? Oh my god. Dude, I'm finding crazier and crazier things with every passing day that I play this pack. Please just have some books. That's all I'm really looking for. Oh yeah, that's a building with spawners. It is solid XP. I can't... Oh! 3 diamonds! We're gonna hit level 30 here. I can feel it. Not a bad run, not a bad run. We're close to level 30. Right, I got 18 paper. I can make some additional books with that, because I believe we have quite a bit of leather. That makes me 6 books. For 5 more bookshelves. That puts me up to level 16 enchanting. We can get unbreaking 3 and efficiency 3. I'd prefer to get level 30 though. And they're everywhere, always. I need to figure out these base defenses. I got one of those shrieker thingies behind me. I knew it. What are you? What in the world are you? Okay, that was 30 bullets. I think that was an entire clip I just put in that body. Well, here we are again. All right, let's go get the last remaining books. Score. Just gotta be quick. Oh my god. I think that's everything I need, though. Let's get that fortune 3. Oh, I need 2 more levels, though. Hold up. Maybe I should stay a little bit longer. Maybe that's a sign I shouldn't. Well, I think I found the place where I can get my XP. And some loot. What is that? Rebound 2. We're gonna hit level 30 here by just killing these mobs. Okay, this assault rifle works very beautifully. Wait, they're just spawning new things. Did you see that? Oh, what is that? What is that? Something has a laser beam. I don't know what that is, but it has a laser beam. I'm getting shot by dang arrows from everywhere. From everywhere, brother. We hit level 31. We got the books that we need. So we are about to get fortune, baby. Oh, one thing I've also realized is we have 1,000 money, which is actually quite good. Let me go into the shop. And as you can see, this is the whole shop, right? A lot of this stuff is grayed out. The only thing we can do is unlock tier 1, do some exchange, buy ancient flesh, and buy an extended magazine. What I am going to do is I'm going to unlock tier 1. This unlocks all the tier 1 guns and all the tier 1 attachments, which is going to be quite valuable. Now, you might be questioning, what is this exchange? I think I briefly touched on this before. Pretty much we can produce flux using immersive engineering, and we can trade flux for money. Now, these systems of generating flux, they're scalable. We can mega scale these systems. Also, let me take my wood back out because I actually need it for books. We can mega scale this system, meaning that we can produce an insane amount of flux, meaning an insane amount of money. Also, 10 canned beefs. That's pretty good. It's about 100 hunger points. I don't have an extraterrestrial pickaxe, so I am gonna re-roll until I see that beautiful fortune. Oh. Yes! Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4. Let's go. Let's go. That is money. We can just go ahead and start with getting all the resources that were already exposed, which should give us quite a substantial amount of materials. Brittle stone. That was the best stone I have ever mined. The best brittle stone in existence because it exposed a zinc vein. How much zinc do we get from these? That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 13, 14, 15 zinc. Only gives me 24. I was expecting a lot more. I kind of wish I had like a better strip mining tool. That would be awesome. Oh my god, look at the sheer amount of loot. Yep, this is awesome. Oh, there's more zinc. Hallelujah. Just make sure you light everything up. I think that's also one of the better pieces of advice I can give you guys is you do not want anything to spawn down here while you're doing this. Ooh, what is that? Palladium. That looks like a valuable ore. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with all these resources, but I know right now I just want all of it. Doesn't matter what it is. We get a good amount of lapis. Wow, we made hella profit on the lapis. Oh my lord. Pickaxe is dying though. We'll need to get some extraterrestrial ingots to solve that problem. Okay, for now I think this is good. What we've got now. Maybe I'll just grab this iron while I'm here. Oh. Hello. I honestly think I'll have more bullets than I'll ever know what to do with after this exploration. We're I'm gonna make a calculated guess. How many bullets do you guys think we're gonna be able to manufacture after this mining expedition? I reckon we're gonna end up with, I would say, 800 to 1,000 easily. I think maybe even 2,000. It has to be somewhere around that ballpark, right? It's nighttime. I can hear the crickets chirping, so we'll have to be fast and diligent about this. He's got way too much health. We gotta run. We just gotta run. He had 80 health. What is that? 80 health and a gun? How is that even fair? All right, we'll just have to run for it. Get into the base ASAP and go upstairs. There we go. Oh my god. I need to make some more bullets. I need to make some more bullets. Absolutely. Swap this out for the blast furnace. I'm gonna act like that didn't happen. That's the downside of having a sky base. Yeah, that was some great ABS. I'll tell you that much. We have 31 levels, so I think the first enchanting that we'll do is gonna be on the helmet. That gives me Prot 4 Aqua Affinity. Juicy. Now I just gotta get respiration and we're pretty much done. Can you enchant guns? There's no way, right? Nah, okay. I was about to say that would be pretty dang crazy. We got osmium to get started in mechanism. That's also very nice. Okay. Oh, never mind. I did not go there. You guys did not see that. First do my zinc, please. Oh, I guess you did notice that I came down there. If I'm gonna go out, I want to have at least all of these bullets made. Brother, I'm just making a mob farm at this rate. What is going on? Could I speed this? I actually, you know what? I'm about to do something crazy. Hold on. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, but this is more what I imagine when I say a bullet production line. This is the kind of speed I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. It's kind of a diabolical setup for one machine. Like when you look at this, this is a little bit crazy. But so far it seems to be working rather nice. Let's check how the production speed is. I think that's 3 bullets a second that we're making. Man, it is a nice day for technology. It is a nice day to know what technology is capable of. All right, locked and loaded. 222 bullets. 220 bullets. I'm feeling pretty good. That has to be so much experience. What is that? What was shooting like that? I just went through all of my bullets. Extended mag, tier 1 extended mag. The heavy ammo extended magazine. That should be the one. Yes, that's the one. All right, sweet. All right, I'm gonna jump down and I'm gonna see what's up down there. I want all of the drops, though. Yeah, what is that? Oh, no. From the east? I'm outside of my base. I'm running south. I'm running south. There's no way I'm taking on an undead horde. Or an undead army. Oh, I can sleep underwater. I can probably get rid of the night like that. Okay, we should be through the night of the undead horde now. We should be fine. Oh my god, not exactly. Holy. Now I kind of really wish I still had my horse. I'm not gonna lie. In this situation, oh my days. Well then, what a start to the day. I'm going to be looking for extraterrestrial steel. My only question is, where am I easily going to find that? Extraterrestrial. Man, that's a difficult word to say. If I have to say it a couple more times, I think I might mess it up. Where have I found it before? I found it before in just some like random stone generations around my base. In my last playthrough, like my last world, I found so much of it that it wasn't even funny anymore. Now, the thing is, I did get a bunch of galena, which I can Whoa! You got shot with a fire arrow. That is crazy. I did get a bunch of galena, which I know turns into a metal that we can easily forge into. Wait, there's a bunker here as well, right next to the base. I know we can forge that easily into... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm trying to form a sentence here, but I see that there's still an undead army on my screen. I need to get looting onto this crowbar. Because if I get looting and then I kill passive animals, we're going to get a lot of meat from that. Like, if we kill sheep, we kill cows, salmon. That's going to be good. That's going to be very good. I think that's the last guy, right? Yeah, that is the last guy. Firstly, I'm going back into my base. Because I need to get some food. Do we have any potatoes? I don't think we do. We have 3. I'm going to try to speed grow some. What? I don't have the bullets for this. What is going on? For real though, what is going on? Oh my god. I can't get my food ready. Okay. Gunpowder. If I can just make a few bullets, I'll be good. I think I can take him. Okay, that's 45 bullets, I think. I have 55 bullets. That's all I got. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is nuts. Oh, and there's zombies down below as well. Oh, what am I supposed to do in this situation? What? Got him. Yeah, you're going down, buddy. Nice. My goodness. So those are phantom gunners. Okay. They're scary. They are very scary. Man, I thought a phantom was like my worst enemy. Or like one of the mobs I liked the least. Little did I know they came in a plane form with guns on them. Looting 2, that's already something. Looting 2, Smite 4. Smite 4 is awesome. We'll take that. Oh, is that the crazy one again? Yeah, it is. Oh, he's inside of the house. Yo. I kind of want to see what happens when we kill wave 3 of the horde, right? The spitter. That mob was kind of like a landmine. Because he was just sitting there waiting. I should have done this, what I'm doing now, way earlier, by the way. Putting torches everywhere. How am I only doing that now? Oh, creepers coming up. That is bad news, though. They do give gun. What? Did the creeper leave behind some kind of explosive? Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. I could just skip the night. That's something. Oh, what? Oh my god. That's freaky. That gave me goosebumps, legit. I do have 90 brass ingots, though. That is pretty nice. I need to get more level 30 enchants. We're going to head into the city. We're going to kill some mobs. I do need ladders as well when we're going to do this. All right, there we go. That is the ladder problem solved. Although the sun is already setting pretty much. I have a pretty good idea what to do with this base, though. I actually think I came up with a very smart strategy. I'll show you guys in the morning time what I mean by that. Please do not explode. Oh my god. What do I need to enchant? I'm gonna enchant my leggings. Prot 3 and you can get bulletproof. Oh, that's pretty interesting. You can get bulletproof. Okay, what is the genius idea that I have? I'm trying to see. I have nails and I have a box of nails, right? I believe these nails are what we can use to make wire if you have stellium. Now, what's the big idea with the stellium and these wires is we're going to be able to make pretty much a death trap for any mob that's going to try to get into the base. That makes me 48 of these wires that damage mobs. 48! That is very nice. Respiration 2, there we go. Look at that. This is going to be my diving goggles. Respiration 2 is already pretty strong. Now, instead, what I want to do is I want to go and figure out what I can do with this respiration. How long I can stay underwater for. Because if I can make it to underground ravines and such, and I can do that kind of stuff with this respiration helmet, believe I can actually get quite a few valuable resources. Because let's say, for example, I will swap out my diving goggles now, right? Let's see what happens here. I don't have night vision, which is a little bit of a hindrance. But we can stay underwater for a very, very long time. Respiration 2 is quite powerful, it seems like. I think if we want the real big resources, like diamonds, we need to go down to cave, like deep slate layer, right? Oh, well, talking about... What are you? What the f... are you? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry, but I want my gun. I definitely want my gun. I think I'm lucky that thing had so little HP. Yo, I'm about ready to find some diamonds or like some palladium. Diamonds! Nice! That's 3. Is there more? There is more. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's even more. That's 5. That already gives me diamond tools. 6. That gives me a diamond pickaxe and a diamond axe. So that's my tool situation sorted out. Well, how does my gun fare underwater? Pretty good. I'll take the lapis with me because we're going to be doing a lot of like reforges. Like not really reforge. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. And with good reason so. Definitely with good reason so. The water is safety. The water is safety. Oh man, dude, I thought that all the crystals that lit up, I thought those were all mobs. I thought it was game over. Like fully game over. Miner's Nightmare. Enter an undead miner. Or encounter an undead miner. Yeah, this place is freaky, bro. Oh. Medbag, medbag, medbag. Yes! Let's go, let's go. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Oh my god. I think I've overstayed my welcome. I think it's time to return to base. Every single night is a fight for my life. Black petal block. What? What is that? I need to get like the insight enchantment on all my gear so that I get way more experience for everything I kill. All right, the diamonds is big news though. I definitely think we need to get into smithing now because I kind of do want to make some diamond tools. They will last me quite a while, especially with level 30 enchants. What we need for that is the following. We're going to go over to the quest book. Haven't been here in a while. And we're going to learn everything about smithing. For that, we need smithing tongs. We need a smithing anvil, smithing hammer, and a bellows. Now, I need to figure out a place where we're actually going to be doing this smithing. All right, this will become the forge. Little fire area here. Then what we do is we go over here. We make a fire. We blow the fire with the bellows to create a high fire. And then we fire up these iron ingots in tongs. Then we place these in here. And we're going to be moving them around like that. After which we can smith this into an actual axe head. There we go. And now what we got to do is we got to inlay this one with diamonds. That creates us the inlaid axe head. We cool this one down, and then we grind it on the grindstone. That gives us a polished axe head. Now we need to be able to make tool handles, for which we need a oak log. We need a piece of leather. Apply your leather to your oak log, and you get yourself a chopping stump. We grab an axe. This is the last hit of my axe pretty much that's left. And then we make some timber. Now this timber we can then use on a grindstone. And then we make tool handles just like that. And then this tool handle together with the polished diamond axe gives us a diamond axe. Now we just got to do that whole process again for the diamond pickaxe. And boom, diamond pickaxe. Okay, these are my diamond tools. This is amazing. Oh, also, what can I buy in the shop? Wait, it's a choice reward. Task manager to process Sukiri? Atomic breaker? Wait, I want to check this out. Process. Look at this. So this is a katana with 13 damage. I don't know the attack speed or the range, but it does look pretty dang epic. So I'm going to go for it. Now, let's see what is this thing made out of. Oh my god. I wonder how this works. You can't block with it. I also can't do any damage with it. I got to do some research on that. That's weird. How's my armor looking? In pretty rough shape. In actually very rough shape. I need to get a bunch of levels. Now, I was thinking of this area here. What are you? The spitter. I thought the loot here should be pretty good, right? Since it's such a dangerous area. Ugh, that sounds nasty. What is this railgun action? Probably just a sniper, to be honest. There we go. I definitely think the next step in the pack that we... like, buildings that we want to conquer is gonna have to be the hidden bunker. That should definitely be one of the next things on our list. I don't know what will happen if I breathe in those spores, though. I have no idea. Oh, this guy's fast. Let me actually see if I can't find a way to make this katana work. Does it maybe just... because it says a percentage. Does it need, like, some kind of charge? Is that it? Oh my god. Heal up, heal up, heal up. Oh! This thing's a freak! Nah, just die. Oh. We've gotten close to dying quite a few times today. All right, apparently it's a keybind. Hold up. So, yeah, there we go. Melee attack. I'm going to change that to left button. So now... Oh! Oh, it's just a clean cut down. Animation's a bit wonky, but it does seem like it's a pretty strong weapon. Oh, you cannot enchant it. Right. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we're going to go for an efficiency 4 vein mining on the axe then. Yeah, we need a blast oven. That also requires us to go to the nether. Wait. So that's what you need for the water wheel. What about the windmill is what we can make now? Right. Okay, we'll do windmill. 4 sticks and 3 planks per times 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really? I don't think we have enough for that. Oh, we do. Nice. So that gives us the windmill. How does this thing work? If I hook that up immediately to a kinetic dino, that could work. But then I would need a kinetic dino, right? 2 redstone, that's fine. I need a bunch of iron plates for this. Copper coil blocks. That's not too bad to make. Oh yeah, that's the copper sheet that we gotta cut. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Boom. Oh. That works like that. That gives me 1 wire per sheet. Oh my goodness. Right, that gives me the kinetic dino and the windmill. These are the accumulators, right? What are their... Oh, we don't need a creative one. Low voltage is okay. That's not too bad to make. Nickel plates for the medium voltage. Ah. I guess we could go ahead and make these 2 lead plates. I could just put this right behind the windmill, no? Wait, a bucket of redstone acid. What? That sounds crazy. Oh my god, redstone acid. Jeez. That gives us a low voltage accumulator. So this is pretty much everything I need. Guess we go like that. This still doesn't... Oh! It's going! Do you generate anything? No, you don't. Aha! We're generating FE. Okay, sweet. That's the first energy generating machine in the base. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna try to get some levels here. Oh, that doesn't do any knockback. What? It doesn't have the biggest range. Oh! What was that? It actually... Oh, wait. I'm lying. It actually does have big range. But it doesn't have the best of knockback. That's what I'm trying to get at. It has a very large range. Wait, what? This weapon's range is busted. Oh my god. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. That's too much. Out of things to smell. We did get nickel. We did get nickel. Oh, snap. Wait. That means we can make a thermo... Like, never mind. We need steel. Yeah, I just need steel. I think the mod pack dev did change an update where it is easier to get to steel. I might check that out. I might check out the update. Let me see what I can get on this pickaxe, though, because I sort of want a fortune on this as well. That's fortune 2 only. There we go. Fortune 3. 3 lapis lazuli. Boom. That is only fortune 3. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is actually unfortunate. Let me go ahead and set up a little area for this. Because this one's full. Wow, this windmill generates quite a bit of resources. We can do this. Then we can do the repeatable quest. And we can put this guy back in. That does kind of work, right? Because then we just get 50 free money. What are you doing here? Get out of here. We can make steel blend with this? No way. No way. We don't need to go to the nether. We just need to make this little guy. Oh! You need steel sheet metal for that. No, 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 no. I'm at such an impasse because of this. Induction smelter? We also need machine frames for that. Wait. We can use that. Invar gears, which require Invar ingots, which is an Invar blend of nickel and iron. That's check. We can make that. Redstone flux coil? Check. We can make that. Sand we can make. Blast furnace we can make. Tin gears? We have tin ingots. We have that. Check. Light engineering block. We can make all of this. This will make a steel. Coal, coke, and iron. We do need something that generates RF, but that's fine. We can probably find a solution to that. Here we go. Induction smelter. This is probably the first biggest step that we're taking, because this is going to allow us to make steel. We're going to put this on the second floor. I'm probably going to put this over here. Right, we need to power this with RF. I need to look up some easy RF recipes or some easy generators. Okay, heat generator. That's going to be this little guy. It generated, but it's not outputting anywhere. Do I need some kind of cable for that? It's a complete different mod. Oh no, these require dinos. Okay, so I guess we're going to need to make a Sterling dino for this. So this heat generator we'll have to put somewhere else. Let me just see what happens when I put 3 planks inside. That output is not going in here. Okay, I think I figured it out. So there's a couple things we need. We need these flux ducts, and we need these redstone flux cells, which is rubber, for which we need vines. Really? Let me try these flux ducts first, because I can actually make these. Okay, this hooks up to each other, but it doesn't transfer energy. Okay, we're good. I figured it out. So it is hooked up now. It only transfers energy when it's actually getting an input. So now we have an induction smelter. Dude, we're about to make steel. We're about to make steel. Oh, this is crazy. Coke and iron. Let's go. I have coal coke. Dude, this is amazing. Oh, let's go. Okay, I need to get a bunch of coal now. We enter a complete new age. We can do so much with this. We can also make armor with this. Say what now? We're talking easy accessible armor and easy accessible tools. You even need this for the HV accumulator. Oh, you need a hop graphite ingot, industrial squeezer with coal coke dust. Whoa. Whoa, that one's a little advanced. What was the recipe for the gunpowder that I was looking into? It's the crusher from Mechanism. That was going to be my best friend. For that, we needed steel casings, which we have access to steel now. And then the basic control unit, for which we need the metallurgic infuser. That also required steel sheet metal and 2 redstone furnaces. So that's what we're working on next, so we can pretty much manufacture gunpowder as we see fit. Now, the thing with this palladium shovel is if I can give this thing fortune, I should be able to get an easy amount of flint like that. Fortune will improve the chance to get flint from gravel. Okay, we have everything ready to make the redstone furnaces. There we go. And we make ourselves a metallurgic infuser. That is the first step. Done. This takes... Oh no, this stuff takes like redstone. And it takes Fe instead of RF. The heat generator is the early game. I made that one before. Got it. Sweet. Okay, that's actually good. We already have that. That is this one, the heat generator. And to make the crusher, we need the basic control units, which is redstone and osmium. Redstone and osmium, that's actually very cheap. So it'd be like that, right? You don't have enough Fe. You need more burnables. Right, okay. One thing I did notice is that this thing requires a lot of fuel. Because I can only make 1 basic control unit. Tricking a rock into thinking. I mean, it's not wrong. We need 2 of those to make the crusher. And 1 steel casing. We're actually pretty close to it. We gotta go mine for coal today. Yeah, we need hella coal. Why is there a magma block down here? Oh, run, run, run. We're not dealing with those. They will kill us. The little flies are the most dangerous enemy right now in the pack. Can you believe that? I'm not even joking about that. Whenever I see those, I will run. I will just run away. I'm not dealing with those. I kind of just want to go back home once I get 300 coal. 300 sounds like a good number. Maybe even 400. Probably somewhere around that ballpark. Oh my god. You were trying to get me to look at you, weren't you? This is going to be a big vein. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, and some more tungsten. Tungsten's actually pretty good because I think we need that for carbine. What do we got going on here then? Zinc. Nice, nice. We should probably look into upgrading our backpack. Not gonna lie. Yeah, surface level caves are the best for coal because it's just everywhere. Oh! Where did you come from? Nah, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go, buddy. You gotta go. You gotta go. What is that? What are these? I've run out of bullets. I've run out of bullets. Oh my god. All right, we're going at it like this. I actually found out something pretty interesting. Check this out. So you have a regular enchantment table, but you also have this. You have an enchantment infuser. We could haunt. Wait, we need to find ruined nether portals. This is very good because this enchantment infuser allows you to choose enchantments for your gear. That is pretty massive. All right, I'm gonna start making my way back to the base. I also want to build another base foundation because we're gonna have to change the way that our base operates. The bottom floor right now is just a death zone. Doesn't matter where I go or where the zombies go. It is just a death zone, and I want to change that. I have 4 steel ingots. Can I just make steel boots like that? Oh my god, you can craft them. That is incredible. What enchantments can we get on this thing? Prot 3. Prot 3 bulletproof. Hellstrider unbreaking 3. Thank you kindly. Okay, I have 15 gunpowder. Turns into 60 tiny gunpowder piles. Let me go ahead and make some more ammo. Good stuff. That's 360 ammo. No, 300 ammo. Oh, I love to see it. You love to see it. Okay, now we got to focus on the crusher. 2 buckets of lava needed. 4 redstone and steel casing. So I need 4 additional steel, which means I need 4 additional coal coke. No, 3. No, 4. We need 4 more coal coke. This goes pretty slow, which is fine because I think we can only do 2 level 30 enchants. Steel chestplate, steel leggings. What's the durability on these? Oh, the durability is so good. Enlightenment 2 prot 4. Unbreaking 3 prot 4. Oh, sweet. That is good. What an increase. I'll look like a Chad right now. Dude, I can't lie. We're actually looking like a damn unit. So I can go ahead and make that steel casing right now. Steel casing, 4 redstone dust, 2 basic controller units. Okay, so just 2 lava buckets. That's all I need and we're done. Then we got our crusher. I do need a better burnable. I feel like... Do I have a lot of iron ingots in reserve? What kind of fluid tanks do we have? There's a basic fluid tank that takes 32 buckets. Dude, that's so cheap. I think the basic fluid tank is already going to solve my problem of lava, which I could do right now. Now I just got to gather up a bunch of lava. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's very bad. That's very bad. I missed the jump. I missed the jump. Oh, that was close. Okay, let's try this out. We're actually going to be able to stack this thing up to 32 buckets of lava. Now, I hope if I break this fluid tank, I can then just take it with me to the base and then pull out any lava I need, right? Yes, I can do that. Oh my god. Let's say I take this. I take a bucket of lava. What happens with you? How much do you charge up for? It should be quite a lot. You actually charge up for quite a bit. Not as much as I thought, but it does work very good. It works very nicely. Time to make the crusher. Boom. Okay, we have our crusher now. So I think it is time we get a bunch of flint. It should just be flint. Oh my god, that drains. Oh my god, that drains FE like crazy. Okay, that was like 20 buckets of lava, if not more. And it is going at a fast rate. What I will do in the meantime, talking about inventory space, is I'm going to be upgrading this to a gold backpack. That should already give me a little bit more storage space. It does. It gives me 3 extra rows. Oh my goodness. Right, iron is the bottleneck now. All right, let me go collect all of the gunpowder that we've made. So we were able to get to 23 gunpowder, which is not the craziest, but also not the worst. Okay, this is about all the bullets I can make. Wait, does it take bullets from my backpack? I want to test that out. Because if it takes bullets from my backpack, then I have 700 bullets right now. Would be pretty good. That would be pretty dang good. Wait, let's get into windmill generation. Or like a wind turbine. I think it's called a turbine. Turbine. No. This is the one. Wind generator. We're going to need energy tablets for that, which is 2 infused alloys. So it's 5 infused alloy. So 5 iron ingots. Yeah. Okay. Please be enough. Please be enough. It's not enough. It's just not enough. Oh, you're joking. Come on. No. Here we go. 5 infused alloys. The alloy that started it all. This is actually going to start it all. That's 2 energy tablets right there. That is the 3rd alloy. 3 osmium ingots and a basic control unit. 1, 2, 3. And then the basic control unit. Dude, we actually have infinite power right now. Ain't no way. Spin, baby, spin. You're dang right about that. I do want this thing to spin like a maniac. Okay. How much does that generate? Oh, it stores 80k FE. Look at this generation speed. What? You're joking. You're actually joking. All right, let me go ahead and dump that right in there. Permanently generating. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. How much steel do I have? 2. No, I know what we needed to do. We need to go to that waypoint. We need to get a bunch of iron. Also, it does appear that my gun can reload clips from my backpack. And so I finally arrived at the giant wind turbine. Now, this thing was going to give me an incredible amount of iron. The only thing I had to do was completely waterlog the area below, that if I were to get magically dropped down by a mob, I would at least survive, or have a good chance of surviving. Now, admittedly, this did take me most of day 29 to just set up all of the water around this place, but eventually, it was finished. Okay, now that we have pretty much water everywhere, we can go ahead and start tearing this thing down. We're gonna start from the top, though. Because if we get knocked off by pure chance, which will probably happen, I can at least try to aim for a big area of water, right? All right, I'm just picking up the last pieces that fell off and got washed somewhere else. And we're going to take a inventory check how much plate iron I actually got from that. Because I've been mining for, I would say, almost 2 Minecraft days, which is actually rather impressive. Let's take an inventory check here real quick. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's 18 like 1/3, which is, that's 1,171 iron ingots. 1,171. I think that was definitely worth it. I did not think that would be that much. I thought we were gonna get like 300 to 400 iron ingots. We got triple that. I'm very happy that this is in the pack, and I'm pretty sure that the mod pack dev is gonna nerf the recipe once this video goes out. So abuse it while you can, boys. That is beautiful. Well, that is cooking up all of my iron that I'll ever need in the mod pack. At least I think so. I'm gonna be working on the following. I think for starters, I definitely want to work on base defenses. So I'm gonna need a few wires. I'm gonna need this shovel. I would rather get efficiency on this shovel when we're doing this, though. This fortune doesn't really matter that much. I'm gonna scrap this. That gives me a little bit of experience. Wait, hold on. Time for a level 30 enchant. Efficiency 4. Oh, it's just efficiency 4. This pickaxe is at the end of its rope, though. All right, pretty much what we're gonna be doing here is I need to designate an area around this. So that would probably become this area here, right? Okay, now we need to flatten an area around the base. What are you? What is this? What? Did somebody tell me what the point of this is? Okay, a little bit crazy that so many mobs spawned, but all right. Now, for the actual area we'll be working with, I will go ahead, place these down. Pretty much what I'm looking for right now is probably this. We can make this jump pretty easily. A three gap jump. Okay, this is the moat that we're going to be working with. I'm going to go back upstairs. I'm going to repair my palladium shovel. It takes 3 palladium ingots to repair a shovel. Brother, it takes 1 palladium ingot to make one. Are you serious? That's a scam. Yeah, I definitely need the storage system. I think that's what I'm going to be working on next. It's going to have to be the storage system itself. Okay, let me see how this works. I'm gonna need a disk drive. I'm gonna need empty disks, which is storage housing. I'm gonna need the 1K parts. I'm gonna need the 4K parts. Right now, I think I'll settle for 3K. This requires silicon. Oh, that's melted nether quartz. Oh. Wait, is there any other way to get it? Certus quartz? There's no way around it. We need nether quartz for the storage system. And we need that for pretty much everything? Yeah, we need this for everything. Okay, so we're kind of forced to go to the nether, right? We're going to need a lot of wire, but that's fine because I think I have a lot of stellium in the base. So when I put a bucket over here, that branches all the way out to there. And if I put a bucket here, that branches out to here. Hold up, I have an idea. We do this. That should technically take the drops of the mobs, right? Chest there, chest there. Oh. They can still come inside, which is normal, because I don't really have anything here to keep them from coming inside. I just thought I could do a little bit more work on it before the mobs would start spawning, but that is not the case. I kind of do still want wire all around it. Yeah, the hoppers are just to catch it. The wire is going to be to kill everything. Brother, I got bullets for days. I do not mind wasting them on you guys. Yeah, I do not mind at all. So if I place water here, and I place water here, this should all line up. It does not, though. I could just put 2 more hoppers on each side. I'll do that. That should fix the problem. Then the drops will just go into these hoppers. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That is a double layer of wire all around the base. If I ever fall in there, I'm pretty much cooked, though. I do got to keep that in mind. Good stuff. Good stuff. I feel pretty secure now. I have to admit, I feel pretty secure now. But this is already pretty dang good. I kind of want to dare something to come inside of my... The faction Lost Souls has started a raid. I am kind of glad this raid happens when I have bullets and when my base defenses are set up, because what do you mean a raid of the Lost Souls? Oh, they got phantoms and stuff? What is that guy? So it's three waves of raiders. Pretty much, right? That's what it looks like. My question mainly is, how good are my defenses gonna hold up? Like, can these wires actually full kill enemies? Maybe I should buy a red dot attachment. Hold on, let me check something out. What if I buy... Maybe this one works? Yeah, that one works. Oh, that works a lot better. Sweet. Dude, the scope is pretty dang nice. Okay. Faction of the Lost Souls has been defeated. So where's my rewards? Do we actually get any rewards from that? Fireworks are still going on. What is that? Yeah, no rewards. Are you kidding me? I don't know about that, dude. That seems unfair. Okay, hold on. Let me get 40 of this tiny gunpowder that's going to turn into 200 ammo. And we're back up to 1,000 ammo. That's what we like to see. Okay, it does look like the items are falling inside of here properly. That's working. Oh! That's not what I was hoping for. We're going back up to the base. We're getting we did get quite a bit of money from that. Why is there... Maybe not why, but how is there a skeleton here? Putting the issue of the skeleton aside, it was time to call the undead army. I did not want to have this thing be outside of my base for the remainder of this pack, so I just started firing away. Now, I have to be honest, having access to a platform like this and then using your gun, it's a very effective way of taking down these undead armies in these raids, especially with all the mobs that are gathering at the base floor of my base being completely shredded by the barbed wires. And come morning time, all of the undead horde had pretty much been defeated. The only one remaining was the heavy, which went down in one full clip, making us be the victor of the undead army. Now I just had to do a little bit of cleanup before we could get finally started on day 35. I also went ahead and I made a steel chestplate, which I would enchant with level 30, granting us protection 4 and unbreaking 3. This I could then combine with my other steel chestplate, and we could get a perfectly enchanted steel chestplate. Slowly but surely, I would enchant up some extra armor and make it so I had a maximum enchanted set of steel armor on me at all times. Unbreaking being one of the bigger enchantments that we really want so that we don't have to constantly repair the armor. I also went ahead and I claimed the reward bag for the undead army, which has a potential to give us a legendary item. I'm not sure what that legendary item is, but we did end up getting a beautiful jar of souls. And this jar gives a couple of buffs, some armor, attack damage against undead, and some movement speed, which, quite frankly, is exactly what we want. And since that our main melee weapon can't use a shield, we would probably run this somewhere in the future. Now, I had a goal set in mind for this day specifically, which was to open up the path leading down into the mines a little bit more and to take a little gander inside of the hidden bunker. I had a feeling we could get some really good rewards down there. Now, this wasn't going to be an excursion without any dangers. There are loads of undead within these bunkers. It's also very dark everywhere in the bunker, meaning that there's constant enemies spawning. My only hope at survival is to block off the different paths, and oh my god, look at what's all inside these chests. That is insane. That being said, there is zombies with guns as well, so we do have to keep that in mind. Now, I had a pretty good strategy in mind. We could just block off all the entrances and just clear the rooms one by one. No need to just go ahead and take on a whole horde, because that would certainly mean instant death. Now, to my surprise, when I went to the floor below where we originally breached from, there was no entrance and no exit point, but there was an incredible amount of lootable containers. So I decided to take everything with me, and there were so many blueprints, so much coal, so many diamonds and iron. Unbelievable. There were also just blocks of gunpowder and just gunpowder everywhere. It's honestly incredible. One of the first things that I would do in a new world is definitely find an easy to breach bunker, because they just give so many rewards. Now, with all these rewards, I was able to start production of 22 more steel. I could go ahead and insert a bunch of flint to start making more gunpowder. And with all the gunpowder that we had gathered up, I could craft up the remainder of all the bullet casings I had. So this trip just granted us literally everything that we're grinding for. Now, while I was checking over which blueprints I had gotten, I actually found one of the best blueprints in the whole game, which was the RPG-7. And I will show you guys that later, but this RPG is gonna go crazy. Now, in my quest of figuring out which mods would have the best energy generation sources, I came across these thermoelectric generators from Immersive Engineering. Now, I remember these from playing Deceasedcraft, I think over a year ago, and I remember them to be pretty good and easily scalable, so I had my sights set on these thermoelectric generators. They are a little bit more on the expensive side, requiring constant plates, a copper coil block, and 3 steel per generator, but all in all, I would say they're quite worth it, especially for early game electrical generation. I also went back to the lava pool so I could gather up a bunch of obsidian and lava to keep fueling all of my generators, and I wanted to get into the nether as fast as possible, because one of the things, honestly, we just need a storage system, and the earliest one accessible to us is gonna be the one from Refined Storage, which needs a bunch of silicon and a bunch of quartz enriched iron. I also really needed to get a fix for all this creosote oil that my cocoa oven was producing, because man, this is already the second tank I'm filling up with this stuff. By the evening time, I finally had enough constant plates in order to make ourselves the thermoelectric generators. Currently, I had 4 ready to go, and I was going to make a very easy setup with medium voltage accumulators and then the thermoelectric generators. I just had to go ahead and prepare a little platform where we could then build these contraptions onto, and I was still getting shot at from outside. Now, after a little bit of fiddling around, I finally had all the lava set up, which now just needed to put some water on the other side, and these generators would start generating electricity. I did, however, first have to gather up a bunch of clay before I could get the system going, because we had no relays and no connectors, so there was no way for us to get the electricity into the actual accumulators. But eventually, I was able to make 4 of these connectors, which were going to be more than enough with what I want to do right now. I just had to grab 4 more low voltage connectors, and then I could wire these up together. And just like that, we were gonna start generating electricity. The only thing I had to do was I had to grab the engineer's hammer, and I had to switch the connection side input-output mode. So all the sides which had a connector on it, I would change to input mode. This would make it so that the MV accumulator would accept energy from all 4 sides. And this thing was actually generating at a quite rapid pace. Now, whenever this MV accumulator is full, I can just go ahead and I can exchange it for money in the shop. With all that being done, I started to work towards a bigger system because I actually wanted 4 MV accumulators, which would just give me a little bit more leeway until every time that I had to change them and sell them to the shop. Now, seeing how lucrative the hidden bunker raid was, I decided to go there one more time. I wanted to clear as far as I could and take home as many resources as I could, because doing these bunker raids gives us an incredible amount of coal, iron, gold, diamonds, blueprints, flint, gunpowder. The resources are just unbeatable, like the sheer quantity of them. Now, it does mean that we're probably going to get into some dangerous situations, but that's why I had 1,200 bullets with me, and I was going to use every single possible mechanic in order for me to survive, which meant that we were going to be doing a lot of crawling. Because honestly, crawling is underrated. Just look at this. No single zombie except for a crawler can actually get to my position right now, and I can just shoot them instead. I mean, it's quite broken, to be honest. But hey, I'm pulling no punches. I was gonna use every single mechanic in the game just to my advantage. And these chests and containers are still as stacked as I saw them in the beginning. Like, just look at the sheer amount of coal. This is insane. 2 stacks of coal in 1 chest. Oh my goodness. Now, everything in this raid was going pretty well, apart from when I finally came to this room. My frames started to drop like crazy, and there were a lot of zombies with different effects and buffs on them inside of this singular room. Just this specific room was the crazy one. So, deciding against that room, I was gonna branch out in the other directions that the hidden bunker was leading. And I found this kind of greenery room where they were growing some kind of plants. It had a lot of lootable containers inside of the building that was next to it, so I was definitely all for it. There was even a container with 2 blocks of gold, 8 diamonds, 16 golden ingots, and a couple of horse armors, which you can also scrap in their respective materials. Now, I was still being very careful inside of this hidden bunker because sometimes these flesh maidens would just spawn out of nowhere. The thing with the hidden bunker as well is, as you can hear, my gun is quite loud. Some of these zombies will become a lot faster if they hear gunshots, so I need to be wary of when I'm using my gun at all times, because it can spell the end of you. Now, after I was done raiding, this was honestly one of the most stacked backpacks I have ever seen. It was just glorious. And to put it into perspective, like, let's take all of the coal that we got. We literally got like 9 stacks of coal and charcoal all combined. It's bonkers. If you don't have access to a wind turbine in your world, then definitely go to the hidden bunker, because I got 22 blocks of iron, just straight like that. One of the more interesting things that I noticed during this day was that mobs seem to be fighting each other. So pillagers will shoot these flesh maidens, which I guess are extraterrestrial beings. So there's like a war between Earth's mobs and outer space mobs. It was very confusing to me to see it. I killed both parties anyway. Now, I was looking into the different kinds of blueprints that I had gotten, and most importantly, I was researching what kind of ammo all of these different weapons require, because the ammo that we're using right now is just 1 brass nugget per bullet. Now, some of the ammo that you can use for these guns, well, they take like alloys and cotton and plastic and a bunch of crazy things like reinforced alloy that requires you to use crushed diamonds. Like, some of this ammo is incredibly expensive, which meant that not every blueprint was as useful to us as we would think. Now, the one blueprint that was actually useful was the RPG-7. Now, this requires you to make a rare material pack, which is quite cheap for us right now, since it only requires steel. And we've got a lot of steel. So without hesitation, I made all of the steel materials needed to make that material pack. and I combined the blueprint with a material pack and a dispenser, and I got myself an RPG 7. Now the thing was, I only had one ammo for it. I only had one RPG rocket PG-7 VM. Now this thing dealt a whopping 340 plus 80 damage, so 420 damage. This could one-shot a boss. I also thought during the nighttime that I was being incredibly smart by making one of these universal block reinforcers. This was going to make some blocks of my base be resistant to explosion damage, but it didn't work exactly like I thought it would. The way that these block reinforcers work is you put a stack of blocks inside of them, and then it outputs a stack of reinforced blocks. So it doesn't turn the blocks you already placed into reinforced blocks, which was quite sad. Nonetheless, I started working away tirelessly because I wanted to make this base feel a lot more secure, so that zombies riding cows wouldn't be able to get inside, if you catch my drift. Unfortunately, none of these zombies wanted me to actually reinforce my base, as they just kept on shooting their guns at me. So instead, I went to the top of my wind turbine and I started making a nether portal, because I was about ready to make ourselves a nice little storage system. There was only one problem, which I didn't realize at the time. Now, while I was resource diving in the caves and trying to look for a lot more of the common materials, I actually stumbled upon something pretty frightening. When I went to the layered cave mode on my map, I spotted a huge dome arena. I didn't even know what to call it, but the one thing that I was certain about was that I wanted to check it out. So I started strip mining to this mysterious dome. And before I knew it, the game stopped me from breaking inside. An evil force prevented me from entering the domain, which only piqued my curiosity more. We definitely had to come back here when we were a little bit stronger and try to figure out what kind of boss was inside of here. And ooh, hey, look, shiny. The one thing I was glad for during this mining excursion was that it was pretty uneventful, meaning that we just got a lot of easy resources without actually getting into too much danger, which changed very quickly the moment that I surfaced back out of the mine, where everything started to shoot me on sight. Now, when I went to check up on my MV accumulators, I actually noticed that these were full, meaning that we could do our first ever big trade up to get a lot of money. Each one of these MV accumulators would be able to give us 500 money. And that's when I decided to finally go to the nether, or so I thought. Yes, we need to obtain a Soul of Abyss before entering the nether, which was the soul that you can obtain by defeating a boss in the deep, dark dimension. Yes, the dimension that you do normally after killing a warden. Now, while I went to check out the quest line for this specific dimension, I noticed that we were going to need an ancient key in order to go to the ancient city's portal. Now, the way we were going to find this ancient city was by using something in the shop called the ancient flesh. We could trade a little bit of money in order to find the closest ancient city to us. And to my surprise, this was pretty far away from the base. To be exact, this was about 1,000 blocks away from the base. Now, going to the deep dark dimension definitely wasn't a joke. Like, this was some serious business. This dimension was going to be do or die. And we had to kill a boss in here, meaning we also had to get a Skulk Catalyst and an Echo Shard in order to make that Skulk key, or that ancient key. Now, if there's one thing that I know, is that I for sure want to make a couple more RPG-7 rockets before I would even attempt to go to the ancient city. And so my new goal had been set, and I knew that I wanted to conquer the ancient city and the deep dark dimension, especially the boss that was residing in the deep dark, keeping me from making a storage system. The next task on the list, we gotta raid an ancient city, and for that I'm printing bullets now. I have about like 32 RPG rockets, 34 or 35 actually, and I think these are crazy, right? Well, that's definitely something. Okay, that gives us a bit more ammo. Right now, we're looking at 1,135 ammo with 35 in the clip. I think that's enough for this ancient city raid. The only thing I'm not so happy about is the amount of healing items I have. That one's a bit of a bust. I could get more ammo. Do I need more? Okay, hold on. I'll make these into ammo and then we go. All right, we just gotta give it a second here. All right, bullet production complete. Let's go ahead and turn all of these into usable bullets. That is what I'm talking about. Now, that is an amount of ammo that I feel comfortable with. 1,620. This is gonna be quite the adventure. Oh my god, an undead raid now? Really? Oh my god, that was close. Oh my god, that was close. Whatever that was, it dealt way too much damage. What is this BS? This rabies stuff is also not good. I swear this pack is gonna make me lose my mind. What do you mean brother came in with a rifle and two-shot my ass? What do you mean I'm getting rabies every 5 seconds? What do you mean? Because honestly speaking, guys, what is that dumbass timing that I get an undead army literally the second I leave my base? The night has passed. A full day and a full night have pretty much passed. We've pretty much slept for 12 hours, like 24 hours straight. That being said, I will take this day and we are going to go straight for the ancient city. I'm not gonna lie, this ancient city is terrifying. Like, I do not think I am ready to take it on. Nonetheless, we're gonna do it anyway. The biggest problem we're gonna have in the ancient city is that guns make a lot of noise. And the ancient city is all about being quiet. We're gonna have to play this smart. In this pack, we're definitely not the strongest being right now. So the one thing we gotta make sure we do is that we play this smart. I'm probably way in over my head, but I'm banking everything on this RPG to pretty much kill the warden. I should probably go check out in creative how much health this thing has. You might be wondering, ElAbro, why are you running away from the ancient city? Well, let me tell you a little story of what just happened in my creative world. I tried going into the creative world and give myself somewhat of a similar loadout. I gave myself full prot 4 steel armor. I gave myself an RPG, and I wanted to see just how bad the warden is. Brother, it's bad. It is bad. If we fight this thing right now, we die. There's just there's no way around it. Dude, I think the warden has an increase in range on his, like, ranged attack. That thing sniped me from halfway across the map. I'm not even joking. I wish I clipped it so I could show you guys, but this thing is insane. I looked into the quest line for this Call of the Depths stuff, right? We pretty much just need the Depths key in order to unlock the portal. Now, we can get a Skull Catalyst from this place without killing a warden. We can get that with a Silk Touch. And an Echo Shard we can probably find, I think, in one of the chests in the ancient city. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Also, the warden has 500 HP. It's gonna take at least 2 RPG shots or an RPG in a full clip. We're 170 blocks away from the original ancient city location. Oh my god, what was running at lightning speed? What was that? Might as well just use a couple of these, right? Dude, I swear, going somewhere during the nighttime is probably top 5 ways to die in this pack. Oh my god. Getting shot from every possible angle. Oh my god. Brother, there is something so incredibly fast, I can't even react to it. I'm not even joking. There is something so fast, I can't even react to it. Come on. Oh my god. I realized it too late. What are you? What in the world are you? Sooty? I've run out of healing items. I need to get to my base, like, right now. Oh my god, there's more zombies. Oh. Oh my god! Blood health bar on half a bar. Regen right now. I need to get healing items ASAP. I need to get healing items ASAP or we are dead. I swear this pack is built different. I came back from a barren expedition and that's how I make my way back to the base. I haven't used all of my healing items. Okay, blood health bar seems stable so far. Golden apple. Golden apple. Let's monitor our blood health bar. Is there any other crafting recipe for paper? Oh, plastic sheets? Compacting liquid plastic, brother. I do not have liquid plastic. What are you on about? Oh, golden apples regenerate so much of your blood health bar. That is beautiful. Okay, what about a god apple? Can we make that? Yes, with a anti-protonic nucleosynthesizer. Antimatter. Bro. Yeah. The other thing we needed to get was a silk touch hoe. Level 30 enchant gives us silk touch. Nice. That's good. We're also running short on lapis. Okay, silk touch. Here we go. Silk touch, vein mining, efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. That is an insane hoe. All right, now we need to go back to the ancient city. And in the meantime, we need to gather up some apples. I really wish I had a helicopter or something. I'm telling you guys, the moment we unlock the nether, we are going to be set for life. Like, if you ever need a real challenge in Minecraft, I promise you this pack will offer you just that. We could... You know what? Let's actually chop down some oak. That gives me apples. Yes. Yes. I'm going to load up on golden apples. It is expensive, but it does work. Perfect. 7 golden apples. That's what I'm talking about. That makes me feel a lot safer. All right. Goal of this expedition. Get an echo shard. Get a skulk catalyst using silk touch. Light the portal. Go in the portal. Check out the quest book. The only thing is we don't have night vision. We also can't create potions because we don't have access to the nether. All right. We just got to loot up the whole ancient city. There's a brewing stand. Wait, what? But then again, I don't have any nether wart and I don't have any blaze powder. So brewing stand is kind of useless. Okay, let's hope we get lucky here. Oh. That's the skull catalyst. I know for a fact if I loot this chest, something is gonna spawn. Unless I can take care of these 2 shriekers in quick succession. I think that worked. What is this? 2 god apples? Oh my god. An ancient CPU. Oh, you need 2 of those for a digital miner. Oh, it makes a cool bazooka. Dude, golden apples, god apples? You need antimatter to make god apples. That alone is worth it. Yeah, legit, I don't see any shrieker around here. So I think if I open this, we're good. We're not good. Echo shards though. Please don't spawn anything. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make the depth key. Okay, now we need to make our way to the middle. And then we're gonna be using the key on the portal in the middle, and that's gonna bring us to the new dimension. Why do we gotta conquer that dimension before going to the nether, by the way? Talk about freaky. I gotta have a real chat with the mod pack dev. Oh my god. Oh, that worked. Okay, so we have the Call of the Depths portal. Defeat the deep needed to access the net. Okay, so you want me to defeat the deep darkest. Find the deep darkest altar. Can be found in any biome. Use on the dark stone in the middle of the arena. The key is inside a chest outside of the boss arena. I think we're going in deep. I think I'm actually going to go in deep, and we're going to go to the deep dark. What is all of that in the chat? I'll just take a screenshot of that to save it for later. Are these mobs inherently aggro? They are. Dude, this place is not for the weak. Oh my god, this place is a nightmare. Deep darkest altar. I'm gonna check that out. I need to know what I'm looking for. I did check out the boss in... Wait, that's the structure, isn't that? I did check out the boss in the creative world, and I think we can actually beat it, especially since we have golden apples. What is this stuff, dude? Oh, hello, that's lava. So I actually think we have a pretty good shot at beating the boss. We're just gonna have to find it, which is gonna be the biggest challenge, I feel like, because this place is hostile. What is this? Oh my god, it looks like an amped up nether fortress. Dude, this place is huge. What is that? That is not the location we're looking for, though. What am I doing here? There's shriekers. Dude, there's shriekers. Oh, that immediately spawns something. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna cap. This is an actual nightmare. Where do I even go? Look at this. I really should have brought a helicopter or something. I'm not getting any quest completions, so I don't think any of these structures are the one that I'm looking for. I honestly thought this was it. Wait, hold on. If we break inside of here, can we figure out if this is the structure I'm looking for? I got a quest complete. This is the one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's break inside. Let's go. I feel like I'm in a Dark Souls game right now. The way these entrances work and stuff. Do we got anything good in here? Immemorial smithing upgrade. I guess that's pretty good, right? Death Wish and Silk Touch. Echo Shard. Okay, so this boss has 2 phases. And the thing about this little guy is he will darkness and blindnesses. So our god apples are going to be our biggest... Whoa. Hello. You just gave us some more god apples. That's kind of fire. Darkest spawn note. Use lantern, destroy 4 pillars. No idea what that means. We're going to brute force this boss. We are absolutely going to brute force this guy. 6 god apples. We can do this. I'm confident. All right, when this thing spawns, we bombard it with a rocket and we finish it. Then we reload the rocket and we run around. That's going to be it. Boom. Oh my god, it has so much more HP than I thought. I'm immediately eating a god apple. Reload the RPG. Okay, that's first phase done. That is the first phase done. Second phase. I can keep going with RPG. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We got it! We got it! Woo! Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. All that hard work paid off. All that hard work paid off. We got it. Over the abyss. All this soul stuff, bro, I have no idea what to do with it, and we'll revisit that later. The nether has been unlocked as well now. Oh, that is amazing. There is one thing I do know. And that's that I need to get back to my portal. Like right now, we go to the nether and we make a dang storage system. I will explore all of this dimension later. I just wanted to get this boss out of the way and then go home. That was the main purpose of this visit as well, was I wanted to actually just go to the nether, get quartz, make storage system. But no, we had to come to this alien planet to kill a boss that ate like how many rockets? I think it ate like 5 or 6 rockets from an RPG. That we're talking about like 2,500 hit points worth of rockets. That thing was pretty much a tank. I really got to get out of here now. Yeah, that's bad news. That is super bad news. It spawned something. I don't know what it spawned, but it spawned something. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to know nothing about it. I just want to get out of here. This place is an absolute nightmare, man. I'm telling you. Oh, my portal. My portal. My portal. Okay. Okay. We're out of that dimension. Now we just need to get back to base. Did I spawn one before going into the deep dark? Dude, I just want to go home. We're good. Yes. Yes. Oh, I don't ever want to do something like that again. So if this was what we had to do in order to just get to the nether, what is the nether going to be like? First things first, I got to make a giant chest monster back over at the base where I can just dump this whole inventory in. And then we go to the nether. That's the strategy here. I don't think I'm going to waste any time. I still have 2 god apples. I think I'm immediately just jumping in there. Also, by the way, guys, on a completely separate side note, how excited are you for the 2026 anime season? Dude, I feel like we've got such a stacked year ahead of us. It's unreal. There's so many sequels of good shows coming out. There's so many new good shows coming out. It's going to be amazing. Okay, time to head into the nether. I just need a bunch of quartz. That's literally it. I only need a bunch of quartz. The ancient spirits of light and dark have been activated. That does not sound very good. We'll go ahead and read that in a second here. A hell stinger. What even is that? Oh, yep. They hurt. Oh, my equipment is also about to break. I did not realize that. Nether ruby ore. What does that turn into? Whoa! That turns into a bunch of redstone. Oh, it's also used to make tools. They only have 200 durability though, so they're not that good. I see quartz. Ooh, this gives good experience, by the way. Ooh. Okay, 29. I want at least a stack, and then I kind of want to see what we're dealing with. How much more I need. Wasn't this like one of the OG methods to get like really good experience when this came out in regular Minecraft? We have 64. All right, I'm getting out of here. Oh, let me read the chat. What was it saying? Expert mode. The ancient spirits of light and dark have been released. The undead army has been empowered by nether forces. That's definitely not going to be good. Storage system ASAP. That's all I really care about right now. So we're going to need a whole bunch of quartz enriched iron, which is not super expensive. We just need andesite alloys, like a lot of them. I'm going to need gold and I'm going to need iron. Then we're going to need some silicon and processor bindings, which means that we need to make one of these rose quartz, and we need some sandpaper like so. Now I craft sandpaper. Here we go. Rose quartz. And then we need iron plates. Do I still have some of those? Not a lot, no. Go ahead and give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Go ahead and give me those. That should turn into electron tubes. There we go. And we also need processor bindings, right? To make all of these little thingies. So that's... I'll just make 2 electron tubes and then grab 2 small cogs, right? Okay, that's the process. That's the advanced processor bindings. Those are done. We can make... Wait, 1 machine casing? 2 machine casings? 3 machine casings is what I need. Oh, Oh yeah, these are very expensive to make. These are the 3 machine casings I need though. I just need to grab these advanced processor bindings. We can even also make our disk drive. We can make our controller. Now I just gotta make the grid. And then we can make the grid. After which we can make the crafting grid with the crafting table. We got everything ready. Crafting grid. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's it. I just gotta supply it with FE and then we're good. So we go ahead and we make 2 tablets. And we make a wind generator. And then normally when I put this guy here, normally that should work. Although this guy is not generating. Now, I believe if I place my windmill, my wind generator. Yes, now it generates. We take some cables. And we hook these up to the controller. And now the crafting grid is working. Okay, so we got power. This thing fills up rather quickly. Probably should add an like an MV stuff here. Now I just gotta make disk drives. These take 3 electron tubes. Really? I definitely think we're gonna have to set up a system for rose quartz because that's gonna be a constant. So we're gonna make 1 storage housing. That's 3 tubes? Oh, brother. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna make it work. We'll make a 4K part. We'll make that into a disk and then dump it into the system. That is what I'm thinking. With 4K, we can already do quite a bit. All right, it is time for the grand reveal. 4K storage part. 4K storage disk. Boom. 4,000 storage acquired. Okay, let's move over all of these important items. Oh, this is going to fill up my storage fully. You can already tell. Yeah, 3.8K. Okay, good stuff though. Good stuff. Definitely what I think we need to do now is allow us to get more storage, which means essentially we just have to go and get more quartz. All right. Quartz time it is. With all that quartz mining out of the way, we should finally have enough to actually make quite the bulky storage. And, well, honestly speaking, we ended up with about 50 rose quartz, so we could definitely make a bunch of the materials that we need for this storage system. I also looked into some of the create applications for the sandpaper, and it seems like a depot and a manual applicator, or a deployer as it is officially called, would definitely do the trick. So after a little bit of creative hoopla, and of course a diamond sandpaper, we finally had everything ready so the sandpaper could work, and we had an automatic system to make rose quartz. Or so I thought. My genius knew no bounds, and it seemed like we didn't even need a depot for this system. Just 1 belt system, and it was all good to go. Now, the good thing about this is it also goes like 5 times quicker than manually using the sandpaper, which is quite nice. I also got started on another machine, which was the vehicle assembly table. And let me tell you, this thing is going to be pretty dang epic. I also did some repairs to my armor because all of my gear was pretty much breaking down, which costed kind of the bulk of my levels. And we ended up with Enlightenment 2 on all of our gear, which was very nice. That meant we were going to get way more experience than we did before. I also started piecing together another useful machine, which was going to be a haunting device that would allow me to transform blocks into other varieties. Now, I did have to jump back into the nether real quick, because for this haunting device to work, we actually need to grab soul sand, and we need to light the soul sand on fire. Now, this, of course, would not go without any battle, because anything in this pack still wants to kill you, regardless of what dimension you're in. But with the soul sand in place, we now had a device that could help us to haunt stuff. And mainly I wanted this because I wanted to haunt obsidian into crying obsidian. Now, before I could actually put this crying obsidian to good use, we had to find an amethyst vein. Now, this wasn't really a problem because using some minimap magic, I was able to locate one of these amethyst veins quite easily, and this thing had a lot of clusters of crystals. Now, during my quest to craft a book, I also realized something quite interesting. You can apparently bone meal sugarcane in this pack, which is something that I did not know. That's quite cool. With all that done, we could then make ourselves the enchanting infuser. Now, for anybody watching this video, I'm pretty sure that by now the mod pack dev has already nerfed this recipe because the enchanting infuser is crazy good. And I do not believe it was like this was the vanilla recipe. I'm 100% certain he has it nerfed now. That being said, I wanted to see if I could get a pickaxe with the maximum amount of enchantments. We're talking efficiency, smelter, unbreaking, vein mining, fortune. Sadly, that was 37 levels. So we had to put that on hold for now and focus on some other enchantments while we still use our extraterrestrial pickaxe. The next item on the to-do list was making a 16k part storage device. Now, it was not bad to have a good amount of storage, and 16 was gonna go a long way. We effectively quadrupled the amount of storage that we had before. That also allowed me to finally move everything out of my different chest monsters that I had around the base, and I could have one centralized storage area. This is probably the longest time it has took me in any mod pack to make a storage device, but to be honest, the payoff was immense because this changed the whole mod pack for me. And talking about changing the whole mod pack, it was finally time to check out this vehicle assembly table. And oh my god, we can create tanks, planes, helicopters, we can create fighter jets, boats. It's unreal. Look at this stuff. I can't believe this is Minecraft. Now, I had my sights set on the Black Hawk, but we were going to need a couple of relative expensive materials. Mainly 5 blocks of steel, which is not that easy to get. So I emptied out the creosote oil from my coke hole oven, and I started working towards that goal, which was getting enough steel to make ourselves a Black Hawk helicopter. While checking over the different armor sets in the pack, I also came across a rather interesting looking one, which was called the Defender set. This set had a set bonus as well as a chest plate with 10 armor, only requiring diamonds, leather, and iron for most of the parts. Now, for one, this set looked really cool, and for two, it had better armor than steel. So I definitely figured out what I was going to do next. And let me tell you, when I put this full set on, I felt like a genuine unit. An AKM, a full defender set, another set bonus. It was quite awesome. So I got straight into enchanting the helmet, as this one kind of just looked the coolest. So I at least wanted to have one fully enchanted piece of gear. The only thing I couldn't put on it was Aqua Affinity. We actually had quite the beefy helmet now. The other armor sets we could look into required like tier 4 Kevlar, which was even more expensive than what I was using now. And the ancient metal sets are difficult to get because they're in a progression-based system where you have to get like every pickaxe from the previous tier of material, and then you can mine the next tier. For that, we needed to find netherite, and that was definitely not on the planning yet. That being said, I started production on all of the different parts needed to make our Black Hawk, with the first one being the propellers, which were the easiest ones to make, and the motors, which were a little bit more on the expensive side, requiring lapis blocks, redstone blocks, and copper blocks. And I also finally got started on something really essential so I wouldn't have to scoop up the creosote by the bucket. That was going to be a fluid tank from Immersive Engineering. Now, these fluid tanks are relatively easy to build. I actually still remembered from when I played the Seacraft on how to build these things. You just have to put down 4 treated fences surrounded by this sheet metal and then build it 4 high up. Then you finish off the build by closing off the top layer, and you just give it a whack at a hammer and it will turn right into a fluid tank. Now, the cool thing about these fluid tanks is they're relatively cheap for the amount of liquid they can hold. These things can hold over 500 buckets, which is quite insane. While I was building, I also dealt with a couple of the pests that were around the base. And to finish it off, I just hooked up a couple of liquid pipes to a fluid pump, which you can just activate with redstone, and then it will pump out the creosote automatically into the fluid tank. With all that set up, I wanted to see exactly how many steel blocks I already had that could go towards our Black Hawk, and we already had 3 steel blocks. So we were only 2 steel blocks off from being able to get one step closer to an awesome aircraft. Now that I finally had a good overview of what materials I have and which ones I'm missing, I noted down the most important ones, which were gold, copper, zinc, gold, and osmium. I think I already said gold. And it was time for a big mining trip. Now, one of the few important things or weird things that I found while mining was this Wanderlight ore from Valkyrian Skies, which is the mod that is all about space travel. So I knew for a fact that I wanted to take this with me. Now, of course, not a single cave exploration would go without some gunfighting and some BS mobs trying to kill me. 2 charged creepers, by the way. That being said, after you kill most of the mobs in the caves and you light everything up with torches, the experience becomes a lot more smooth. As long as you can combat the spawns of the enemies, you have a pretty chill mining experience. I also decided to head back into the hidden bunker to see if I left any of the resources exposed and I didn't pick up before. And that's when I met my famous room once more. And this room is without a doubt the craziest one in the whole bunker. Because just when you think you've got everything under control and you're on top of the world, stuff like this will happen. Yeah, we almost died there. And you could probably tell by the way I'm looking with my gun, I was starting to freak out when I realized that these zombies had broken the barricade I had built in the opening of the door. There was a crawler zombie that was faster than you could blink. I feel like the zombies in these bunkers are way more dangerous than the ones that spawn above ground. Nonetheless, I safely made my way into some unlooted rooms by crawling underneath the different entrances. And the loot was mine. And it was still as good as before because there's just so much resources in here. I also stumbled upon like a mine shaft that was kind of abandoned while I was down there mining for resources. And for a second, I thought I found like an Alex Caves house. But there was no Alex Caves in here. What I did find was a steel smithing upgrade and something called memory shards. I also tried to sneak my way into another side of the bunker, but yeah, of course, it was already completely filled with zombies. So instead, I just took to the mines and just went the easy and safe route for a second here. I was down here for the basic resources anyway, so there was no need for me to risk my life trying to conquer the bunker right now. And after a pretty successful run, we had a lot more resources to work with. Now, I also finally got around to setting up a wind farm using a couple of cables and an easy layout using HV accumulators, which meant that I could now access the shop menu even better. These HV accumulators sell for a lot more money than the MV accumulators, so we had access to thousands of cash at the ready whenever my windmills fill up these accumulators. Now, the reason why I was trying to get so much money is we're trying to unlock the different tiers in the shop. Most importantly, I wanted a new melee weapon as the Prosecutory was not keeping track. I needed to get a better melee weapon that would help me save bullets. And after my resources had melted down, we could start making a whole bunch of batteries. We were going to need these in order to make ourselves the Black Hawk. All of these batteries then combined into a small battery pack, which we could then combine into a medium battery pack. And with that, the last remaining item needed to make the Black Hawk was completed. And so it was time to craft myself a beautiful helicopter. This should normally help us traverse the world a lot easier than before. First, I had to make a little platform though, maybe like a helipad, after which I could place my container down and use a crowbar on it that would summon my UH-60 Blackhawk. And it was a thing of beauty, I have to admit. The only thing I'm really wondering is, how do we charge this? Oh my god, it is expensive. Oh my god, we're gonna need to make atomic alloy, which means we need to get refined obsidian dust, which is refined obsidian ingot crushed, that we make in an osmium metallurgic infuser. You infuse powdered obsidian with refined obsidian, with diamond. So you got to use diamonds for everything. We only need one alloy, which is 40 MB. Let me just give that a little whirl. Do you crush obsidian? It seems like you do. Oh, I get my obsidian back. How does that work? That's going to create the dust that I need to put on a reinforced alloy. This is a rather expensive recipe, I must admit. Crush those 8 diamonds. This is the refined obsidian dust that I needed. We need to stack up money as fast as possible. There we go. It's another 8,000 and another 1,500. Pretty much with one fell swoop, we're generating about 10,000. Then we come over here, and then we need to infuse all of these with diamond. Speed upgrade. How expensive are you? You are very, very cheap. I will actually make a whole bunch of you. Oh, we're gonna need some more small battery packs. Really? And a sterling dino. That's not too bad. Sterling dino's not too bad. All right, there we go. We can make top tier alloys now. They're not too bad to get, in all honesty. That's the dino, and then these are the battery packs. And that is the charging station. Now, if I just hook this bad boy right up here. That does charge! Oh my god, it is charging my... Oh, dude, that is insane. It is charging my vehicle. Sweet. We're also starting to stack a good amount of money right now. We have 23k saved up. Does that buy me the next tier? No, the next tier is 100k. Oh, what is this? This sword can freely and infinitely extend and retract. 5 times 20 damage. There's also an obsidian sledgehammer. That is this monstrosity. It is also 5 times 20. Mostly made of crying obsidian with purple lightning emanating from the weapon. It features a long handle and a massive head. I think I'm gonna go for the sword. Oh, wait, did that just disintegrate it into dust? No way. Oh my god. Oh. That is very scary. That almost killed me. Oh my god. That would have been a very bad way to go out. I'm not gonna lie, that would have been a very, very bad way. Also, one of the things I wanted to look into was this one, a drill unit. Now, I'm guessing the one with the highest damage is the better drill unit. Okay, I do have a bunch of titanium. So I want to give the titanium drill a shot. Oh, you can give it a breaking 3. This is not better for strip mining. All right, 4 more HV accumulators going into the system. Wait, are those phantom gunners? No, that's a regular phantom. What is going on? We're making a giant wind farm here just to generate money, essentially. You gotta use whatever you can in the pack, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I guess we slowly just stack up this system. I think that's a pretty good idea. I really want this. An armored jetpack. I really want that. But we have pretty much all these resources. The only thing we really need is helium. None of these items are craftable. None of them have a recipe. What is this? Do we have a quest chapter on space? We do. Used to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. So we need something called an electrolytic separator. All right, bet. After that, we're gonna need to get a spacesuit. Oh my god, what are these crafts? Oh my goodness. Wait. Oh my god. You arc furnace, create end portal frames. Wait, is this serious? Ooh, these 2 are from Cosmic Horizons, which means that we actually have to space travel before we go to the end. What are these recipes? They're so expensive. Oh my god, there's so much text on screen. There is so much text on screen. Oh my god. I'm getting afraid of going to space now. Okay, I say we go to sleep and we take our helicopter for a test drive in the morning and we just chill. Oh my god. Oh. This is quite something. Oh, I just did a barrel roll. Oh my god. Yeah, landing this thing is gonna be pretty hard, isn't it? Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, I've sort of landed the helicopter. Oh my god. That is hard to maneuver. Okay, let me give this thing a little bit more charge. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28. Almost 30k. This setup is almost 30k worth in value when it's fully done. Not too shabby. All right, 5 osmium dust. Let's go ahead and get some speed upgrades for our machines. That'll be very nice. We don't have any other jetpack options, do we? There's a brass jetpack, which requires like a steam engine and brass. It takes fuel and it takes water. Allows the player to fly, swim, move faster. Works with water and fuel to produce steam that spins small propellers. You know what? I kind of want to give this a try. I have all of the materials for it, I believe. Except for that one. That one I don't have. But it wouldn't be too bad to make, I think. All right, we got to look into resource generation. There's something called an extractor from immersive engineering. That is a very expensive recipe. 9 blocks of steel. Dude, this thing better generate hella stuff. I have 52, which turns into only 5 blocks of steel. Ooh. Ooh. But I don't think it can mine modded veins. I think it's only vanilla veins. The other thing we could do is look into if there is any sort of quarry. No. There's the digital miner. I still really want this. What are we missing for this to be able to do that? We can make that. The electric casing we can make as well, because that's just heavy plates with a steel casing. That's not too bad. The ancient GPUs. Oh, these are very expensive. Personal chests, refined obsidian ingots, energy tablets, atomic alloys. We can make a robot. We could make the ancient CPU. Indigo shroom light. We can make that. And the ultimate... Wait, actually, we can make a digital miner, I'm pretty sure. There's also the immemorial scrap, which we get from immemorial debris, which is something we find in Call of the Depths. Dude, a portable drill would go hard. This breaks in a 3x3. You do need a steam engine for this as well. Repeat the sequence 3 times. So you need to add 3 propellers, 3 large cogwheels, 3 regular cogwheels. And it's a brass sheet. Hold up. I actually do wanna get into that. That's it. Oh, that overstresses the system. Really? I'll add 4 more, actually. Aha! Now the system is working. These. This guy, these. This guy, the propellers. This guy, the andesite alloys. And then I put a brass sheet at the beginning of the line. That applies. Incomplete steam engine. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, this was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Boom. Steam engine. Oh, dude. And we can actually make the portable drill. Recharges with coal and the water. Gadget in the offhand and drop the fuel. Ah. Can you enchant this? Should be able to enchant it with digging. Oh, yeah. Auto smelt vein mining. No, I don't want to do that. I'll do it with digging, so it's a 3x3. That might already solve a couple of my resource issues. How good are you? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. That is really good. It takes so much fuel. Sorry? Okay, it's a very inefficient system, but it is a strip mine. If it takes lava, then it's GG. This thing is insane. Let me actually go ahead and try this out. It does take lava. It takes lava. That is crazy. All right, so we take a basic fluid tank with lava with us. And I'm going to need another basic fluid tank. And we're going to fill this one up with water. I think if we want to find the immemorial debris, this is definitely one of the ways we're going to be able to do that. I actually quite like the steam drill. This 3x3 action is very nice. Seeing how well this drill worked out, I think the jetpack could be honestly a very nice solution to travel in the nether. How much gold did I end up getting? 69. We can make quite a few more wind generators, I'm pretty sure. Oh, well, that's going to significantly boost our speed. Oh. Okay, that works. And then we'd go like this. So we'd run the cable across these guys. All the way over here. And all the way over here. Now this has got to be generating like crazy. All right, let's go ahead and do a full sweep of the shop. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yes. If we fill up this tub of... That gives us 4 additional full drills. I bet we can find enough scrap with 5 fully charged drills, right? At least I would imagine so. I just gotta find a way how to get to lava. There we go. $64 buckets of lava, and the water we can fill up at the base. And then it's time to go to the deep dark and get our immemorial debris. That is the water that we need. Okay, good. We have all of our fuel for the drill. It is time we take a little trip in the Black Hawk. Oh, yeah. It is a lot easier to travel like this. I gotta admit that much. Time to land this puppy. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. That could have gone a lot worse. Now, I take it the immemorial ingots, or immemorial debris. I take it this can spawn in any of the biomes. Here we go. The Silent Forest. All right, we're going to start to make a mine immediately here. If it spawns the same as ancient debris, that's going to be around Y15. We'll give that a shot. Oh, depths, stone, coal ore. Right. So there's ores in here as well. Oh, that's all water. Okay, so I've checked out a couple of things in a creative world, and one interesting thing that I figured out is immemorial debris spawns a lot in water for some reason. Oh, dude, there's shriekers in the water? Nah, you're actually joking. At least that's what it looks like. Oh my god, there is like a minefield of shriekers all around. That's a pretty good place. We have to go there at some point. I'm just trying to find this immemorial debris. Oh! Found it! That's the first piece I find. Holy, it does exist. Nice. I doubt there's going to be more than one. Yeah, that's what I thought. But they're still quite hard to see. I spot another one right here. Okay, that puts us up to 2. And before I knew it, I had found my last piece of immemorial debris. Now, the only other thing we had to look for was this blue-looking blaze powder. Now, that location that I marked on the map of that white marble structure, that's the place where we're going to find that, because I found out something very interesting while I was in a creative world. So I immediately started making my way towards that white marbled village. Now, this wasn't without the usual dangers, but I found a solid strategy. If you are suspended in the air for a couple of blocks, shriekers on the ground will not go off. So that was my main strategy, was bridge over to the village. I spotted some water which I dropped down into, and luckily for me there were some carpets in the village, meaning that I was not making any sound. Now, the things that I was looking for were these very light blue light sources. For some reason, which I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this might probably get nerfed, but for some reason these energy light stones turn into 3 energy inferno powder, which is the condensed version of the regular powder, which means that we have an insane amount of this powder now because there is so many of these light source blocks. Like, just in the middle square there's already 4, which gives you 12 condensed inferno powder. That's more than we'll need. The only thing left to do now was to try and get back home safe and sound, which was a challenge of its own. Nonetheless, the bridges I had built previously were serving me another good purpose, meaning I could just crawl over and get away. There was some kind of warden or whatever, which I quickly took care of. And I just bolted. I sprinted away. I didn't see a kill notification, so I knew that I was gonna get cooked if I stayed here too long. Swimming back into the original tunnel I had created with my drill, I was finally ready to leave this godforsaken place. After finding my portal, we were back in the overworld, and this was a nice feeling. If any of you play this pack and you're on this stage where you do the deep dark stuff, man, tell me what you guys thought, but that dimension just felt unfair with all the shriekers everywhere. And after resurfacing, the only thing I had to do was place down my helicopter and fly back to our base. Also, you might be wondering why my shaders are disabled. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I wanted to have every single tool available to me, and disabling shaders made me see the immemorial debris a lot easier. Now, this helicopter ride was something special for me. I had completed all of my goals, and I was ready to make one of the most insane items in the pack, and I was flying home in my helicopter. It was just beautiful. All I had to do was just land this puppy now. And to be fair, it went pretty well this time. I actually made a pretty clean landing. Sorta. And so I got started on checking out all the different items we need, like the atomic alloys, the obsidian infused ingots, the indigo shroomlight, for which we still had to go to the nether, but that should be a fairly fast expedition. So I wasted no time and I went straight to it. Now, I had already spotted a place on the map where we could potentially find indigo shroomlights. The only thing was, this seemed to be guarded by some crazy creature that took a whole mag. Yeah, it was called a strampler. Pretty insane that these things are just roaming around. But the good thing was, I did see the shroomlight. The bad thing, however, was that none of my tools that I had with me, an axe, a pickaxe, nor a shovel, was able to mine this up. So we probably needed a hoe. Of course, we couldn't make any wooden hoes. Sadly, I tried. So I had to do a quick pit stop back over at the overworld. And after picking up my level 30 enchanted iron hoe, I still don't know why I did that, I was then able to collect myself an indigo shroomlight, which was another item done for the digital miner. Back over at the base, I started working on some of the more advanced recipes. For example, this robot, which required a whole bunch of items from Mechanism, which just took a little bit of time to make. One of the more expensive things about this recipe is you need a lot of powdered obsidian. So I just used my tank with lava in the overworld to make a bunch of obsidian, which I could then mine up safely. Most importantly, safely. I crushed everything down using crushing wheels, and the good thing about obsidian is you get quite a bit of obsidian back when you're trying to crush it. Now, all I had to do was just get a whole bunch of diamonds so I could make this refined obsidian dust. I kinda ran out of diamonds, so I had to start scrapping all of the loot that I'd gotten during my expeditions, which still wasn't enough. So back in the mines I went, but this time I had a different strategy from just strip mining in a straight line. We could strip mine using a drill, which was so much quicker. And I was actually able to find diamonds relatively quickly using this method. And after uncovering a couple of veins, I should probably have enough now to finish up everything. That being said, when I tried to get back to the surface, you already know some crazy stuff was about to happen. Yeah, this pack still has 0 chill. And there's still a real fear of dying during the night, even on day 71, which is kind of crazy to say. That being said, we finally had enough of this refined obsidian dust, and I dumped 28 of it into the metallurgic infuser to make 7 atomic alloys. This was probably by far the most expensive recipe I've made so far in the pack. I then collected my immemorial scrap, and it was time to make the big soul ingot, which was another one of the items down. The other thing we needed was this kind of atomic circuit, which required us to get more diamonds. So a quick trip down the mines once more, and we were strip mining for diamonds again. I was not expecting diamonds to be like one of the most important resources for Mechanism, because simply put, it's just still a vanilla recipe, or it's still a vanilla metal. Well, actually, it's considered a gemstone, but I didn't think a vanilla item was going to be this important in modded Minecraft. And I'm very sure if you want to go for even higher recipes, you're going to need even more diamonds. So this digital miner was going to come in clutch when we get to that. While I was doing all of the different recipes for the digital miner, I also kept exchanging my accumulators, and we were almost there to tier 3. Like, we're talking, we were really close. Like, I had about 93,000 money saved up. So we were only just like 7,000 money short of buying tier 3. I also went ahead and I finished up the teleportation cores, which we required 2 of. And now I wanted to look into the resistors. And that's when I realized something frightening. We needed to compact liquid plastic, which you could only get by mixing propylene. And propylene you get from a distilling process in Create, where we've got to get crude oil and distill it in a distillation tower. Well, actually, we got to distill the naphtha that comes from the distillation tower, which is even one step further. This was a crazy realization, and I did not know I was this in over my head. If you want to know just how much I was in over my head, there's a whole quest chapter in the end game dedicated to crude oil distillation called Create 4. Yeah! And considering you're talking to your boy who's never really played around with Create or tech of this matter, I didn't really know what I was getting into. Nonetheless, seeing just how close we are to actually making the digital miner, there was no way I was gonna stop now. I just had to bite the bullet and learn how to do all this Create stuff. Alright, we have to get into Create 4 here. So if we want to make a Create jetpack, we're gonna need another one of these steam engines. There we go. Steam engine. Brass ingots. I think the steam engine is in the middle. The fans on the side. And the andesite alloy over here. That should create us a jetpack. And I believe there's an enchantment that allows you to have no height limit with the jetpack. That would make the nether exploration a lot easier. So I definitely think this could be huge. Oh yeah! We have run out of fuel. Oh, dude, this is awesome. Dude, this works really good. Maybe I should get a couple of blaze burners. I'll just get 3, just in case we need more blaze burners. Oh my god, we can do another little spree of our HV accumulators. Go ahead into the shop. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. This is going to generate a lot of money. So if I go ahead and I take out all of my money here, we can unlock tier 3 in the shop. Oh, baby. Now we need 20k in order to unlock our next melee weapon, which we actually have. We are going to go for the demoniac voltage reaver. Dude, let me tell you, this thing is way more powerful than the Prosecuri. Oh, yes, dude. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's a good melee weapon. Look at that. We are a menace right now. I'm wondering if we got some, like, withered debris in this pack. That would be pretty amazing. Wish I could see the fuel bar. Oh, dude, this uses no energy. What? That being said, I do spot something pretty interesting on the map. I saw a bastion. Dude, these guys are really tanky. Holy. Okay, hold on. Just grab everything. I don't know what I'm all grabbing, but I want it all. That much I know for sure. Yeah, don't sleep on the Create jetpack, honestly. Don't sleep on it. This thing is amazing. I probably should have made this like first thing. Like very, very first thing. Good stuff. And I'm gonna just swoop in and grab all of this stuff. Oh, yes. Oh, man. I would have wished for more ancient debris and netherite. Found one. Numero uno. Just two more. Just two more, baby. Oh, come on. You got it. Ah. Hello. Straight in the blaze burner you go. Opa. Since we have the blazes we need for the blaze burners, I think we should go back. Because I'm really just trying to make that digital miner. That thing is going to really ramp up the run. To make cast iron, we can set up a small system for this mixer. Yeah, this looks a bit scuffed. That being said, that's okay. Even if it's scuffed, it should probably still work, right? Yeah, this is incredibly scuffed. What am I even saying? This machine is... Brother, what? Aha! The system is working. So when we add this list filter to the basin, then we throw in these items. Okay, that works. So you do have to give these guys some sort of fuel. Okay. Cast iron. Oh, you want me to make 9 cast iron and 9 industrial iron. And industrial iron is made by heat pressing in a basin. Oh, snap. Well, I mean, I could just add a blaze burner to this thing. So I just add the blaze burner right there. Activate the blaze burner and boom. That did not make the correct items. That made a shovel, an iron trapdoor, and blocks of iron. Hey, let's go, baby. So what if I add this list filter and then I throw you in? Do you then make industrial iron? Yes. Okay, so a list filter can hold multiple recipes. That's pretty good. Oh, if you want to go to space, you need to get all this stuff in an arc furnace. Holy, ain't no way. That is crazy. And you need steel mechanisms to make the surface scanner. Dude, we could honestly keep going with create for the next like 30 days and not run out of things to do. That is crazy. One of the things I definitely want to do is I want to deck out my AKM fully. The thing we'll need for that is all of these to be finished. All right. All right. And all right. This should give us quite the amount of stress that we can use. First things we'll have to do is we'll have to go and get some crushed iron, which we can do over here. There we go. Crush that. 4 crushed raw iron ore. And you also want me to get some lime sand, which is made from limestone. Now, my biggest question is, do I have any limestone? I do not. Where could one find limestone? Since we have our jetpack now, might as well use it to its full stability. I'm thinking what a good place would be this place. This would be pretty good. It's not very far away, and it's a giant cave ravine type. That could work. I have a feeling we could find some limestone down there. Chat to me nicely. Limestone, dude. Look at that. My predictions are on point. That is crazy. You know what? I'll take the easy route. Lime sand, that's going to create our blasting mixture, which doesn't require any heating. So that's another list filter item I need. Oh, fireproof bricks. Wait, fire clay ball. I saw, I think, fire clay in The giant cave I was in before. Where was that? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. It was inside of this place. I swear I saw fire clay as one of the blocks. It was around here. Yes! Dude, look at this. Fire clay. Oh my god, we actually found it. Okay, that's the minimum I need. And then I want some regular fire clay as well to complete any quests if they need it. There we go. All right, good. So we got the fire clay that we need. We got the limestone that we need. We should have all the materials ready for the next couple of quests. With coal coke dust and blasting mixture inside of the industrial blaster gives us molten steel and molten slag. Now we need to make the coke oven from create. Okay, got it. That gives me an exhaust. And then we need to make the coke oven blocks, which is a block of industrial iron and a cast iron ingot. Sleeping on the factory floor. Can you imagine? All right, there we go. That is the industrial iron part solved. Oh, it makes 3 blocks each. You're joking. Brother, I can make 3 of these coke ovens. Are you serious? Let's test this out. So normally you're supposed to make these like this, right? And then when you grab a wrench, maybe I should add the exhaust on the top first. If you then grab a wrench, well, it says a coke oven now. Steel casings. Oh, they just want you to use this steel, but you can use steel from any singular mod. Okay, sweet. So I don't have to get into all of this coal coking and fire blasting. Now I'm kind of happy I have all of this steel saved up. 78 steel to be exact. Okay, that is the industrial pipe and the screw. I also need to get hardened planks. This is the one I needed. Ah, now I see. The content of a spout cannot be accessed manually. Okay. Instead, pipes can be used to supply it with fluids. When items are provided on a belt, the spout will hold and process them. Okay. All right, guys, you'll have to excuse my voice for a second here because I've been sick for the last couple of days. So I really hope it doesn't bother you guys too much. So we actually have to set up a spout. That's also what we have to do for the hardened stuff, right? So pretty much I need to set up this create machine first. Oh my god, we need to do a full sweep. Oh boy. Oh, we have so much energy stored. Oh my god. Okay, let's do the full sweep first, and then we get into the create fluid spout. 1 of these, and then 3 of these. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and figure out. I want an extended mag, which heavy ammo, light ammo, sniper ammo. I believe it's the heavy ammo one that I need. So that would be this one. Replace that with a heavy ammo mag. That puts our mag capacity at 41. That's pretty awesome. We are gonna go for the carbon stock, I think it is. Yeah. That should be the one. That is the carbon stock. Very nice. Then I would like another tier 3 scope, which is the double-sided mirror scope, I believe. No, it is not. I wonder if all of the stocks work on all of the guns. Let's check that out right now. Oh, they really do. Ooh, that's clean. That is really clean. Okay, so the only thing we're missing now is a muzzle. A silencer would be pretty... Yeah, a silencer would be pretty good. I think I'm going to go for a silencer. That's going to help a lot with these dang... Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's going to help a lot with these dang zombies. If we just do it like this, that works. Because that also makes the mechanical pump flow. Now we just got to figure out how we can get liquid into this little guy. Item drains can extract fluid from items. Yeah. When items are inserted from the side, they will also pop out to the side. And then you have to have a mechanical... Oh, you need a pump to pull from the item drain into the tank. You should be able to pull out. So if I drop my creosote bucket onto there, that drains it. puts it into the fluid tank. Or puts it into the spout. Yeah, it is into the spout. Oh, dude, sweet. Now I have a system where I can just put in creosote. So if we want to make, and I already don't remember what we needed the hardened stuff for. I think it was a grave 4. Ah, for the steel casing. So if we now just give this 5 planks, we can make 5 hardened planks. That does make them... Wait, no. That makes them into treated wooden planks. Hardened planks is by creosote spout on a depot. Oh, it needs to be on a depot? Wait, but this is creosote oil. Is this something different? Creosote. Oh, yeah, it is. It really is. This is something different. This is actually from the coke oven. Okay, hold on. Okay, so now I've got 3 coke ovens. Okay, let's give this thing some rotational power, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like this? Okay, that does seem to work. Yeah. It's a little bit scuffed again, but this whole system is working. The exhaust is empty. The only thing I'm wondering is where does the coal coke go? If we now grab these little guys. Oh, which you cannot take out of. Really? So what we could just end up doing is going all the way over here. That should fill this little guy up with creosote as well. So this system is just making hardened wood now. Oh, it drops it from the bottom. Really? And I'll give this a full rinse. And just grab some steel. Ah. That does make steel casings. That is the heavy machinery casing. And then we also need a steel mechanism. That's going to allow us to get us a surface scanner, which will then go into a pump jack, then into an oil tank. This is crazy. 52 steel fluid tanks. Oh my god. And then we can probably start going into plastic. Yeah, we can. We're going to need naphtha in order to... Whoa, what? Make it into an ethylene tank. Liquid plastic, which you get by mixing propylene. No heating required. Wait, really? Oh, you need an advanced distillation in order to get propylene and ethylene from naphtha. Yeah, that's adding like so many different layers to this stuff. But that is the last thing that we need, which is capacitors and resistors. So yeah, plastic is just what I need. We can actually do this. I feel like we can do this. Oh, dude, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh! Oh, yeah! Hey! I swear this create stuff is nuts. I'm kind of enjoying it. All truth be told, I'm kind of enjoying it. Now a steel mechanism. Oh, wait. Oh, it's only one pass. It's no... Oh, really? So we'd go steel, aluminum, screw, and screwdriver. And then we'd put in one heavy plate. That makes a steel mechanism. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Go ahead and check out that quest. We get another steel mechanism. That is perfect. Now it is time to make a surface scanner, for which we actually do have all the items. Just gonna need 2 more heavy plates. All right. That should make us the next block on the list, which is gonna be the surface scanner. How does this work? Surface scanner is used to locate crude oils, providing the machine with rotational power. Wait, hold on. That was a little bit too fast. Providing the machine with rotational power makes it scan for the nearest deposit. If a deposit is found, the compass will point towards its location. When I put on my goggles, it will show that it's scanning the surface. So we just got to give this a little bit of time. And I think having more rotational force actually speeds up the scanning. I might be wrong on that, but I'd like to believe at least. The thing with these pockets of crude oil... Oh, there we go. 65 blocks away. That would be somewhere around here, I believe, right? And if we're lucky, we'll be pretty close to it. The only thing we got to do is we got to go down to bedrock layer. 11 blocks. Oh, that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that will be right here. Right there. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this crude oil found. Now, I'm pretty sure I'll be safe even if I go down straight to the bottom. Because simply put, I have a jetpack, so I can just jump up whenever I need to, right? What is this? Oh, this is straight into the bunker. I don't think we really got a fix for that. Okay, we might have to conquer this bunker. Okay, that means we got to put our render distance way down. Because otherwise this thing is going to make us lag. Yeah, the way to clear these out is definitely by just going in, guns blazing, have a jetpack at the ready. That is the fix for these places, honestly. Let's hope that was the last of the hidden bunker. We are pretty close to bedrock, though, because we're at Y minus 56 something. So we should arrive here shortly. Okay, well, this is brittle deep slate. Oh, really? So we should find some crude oil right here. So we've located our crude oil. So we'll have to go into the quest for Create 4, and we need to learn about the pump jack, which we actually need a whole bunch of items for. That is a lot of items. Ooh, this all requires mechanical crafting recipes? Really? All right, I guess the first thing we make is 2 rebar. Wait, I actually have the rebar. The engine base will be the first one. Shaft, heavy machinery, and 2 plates. Wait, do I need steel mechanisms for anything else? This machine input I have. This one doesn't require one. 2 as well. So that's 4 more. Okay, 4 more of these steel mechanisms I need. I'll just make these spark plugs, then we'll go for a sleep. I'm gonna grab a beverage to refresh myself. And then we're making this compact engine. Brother, I heard somebody pull a gun on me. What in the world? Okay, compact engine. Let's go. Look at that. That's a beauty. A beauty of engineering. Next is going to be the pump jack base, which requires a 3x3 mechanical crafter. That's not too bad. Here we go. 2 aluminum and a hammer part. I just need to create another one of these. I'll create 6 hammer parts. Now, I gotta look up how this machine actually works, because I got no clue. We did make all of the items necessary. If I understand this correctly, pretty much what we'll need is the pump and the pump jack. Then it gets pumped into a big oil tank of crude oil. And then I'm gonna need something like this, right? Hold up, check this out. Then I'm gonna need to pump everything out and have like... Wait, no, wait, hold on. This goes into a distillation tower. So this is the bulk storage into the distillation tower. Bulk storage will be a buffer. And then it pumps out into like, I don't know, 20 different tanks that store all the different kinds of liquids. That's how I'm understanding it right now. We're gonna need so much steel for this. So I'm thinking we build our tank over here. Oh, this is the maximum it can be. 504 buckets of fluid tank. What I do need to make is 2 stacks of these industrial pipes, and preferably half a stack more, because we need to go down all the way to that bedrock layer, right? Let me go ahead and set those up right now. This can only go straight down. Oh no. This system needs to go straight up. Ooh, that's tough. 520 minus 1262. We'll do it this way. We'll do it this way. Okay, so 520. Brother! What are these extraterrestrial mobs, bro? So 520 and minus 1262, right? So 520 minus 1262. That's right here. This is where we gotta go down. Oh. Wow, why is this so laggy? Okay, first things first, we gotta get a bunch of torches down. So we can keep these spawners from spawning. Take down as many spawners as we can. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta reload. Wait, did my armor break? No, okay, we're good. That was quite the cleanup that was needed here. All right, we're pretty close to... Aha! Here it is. That is the pipe. All right, now we just got to go straight up. Now, we're going to need a couple of things. Mainly, we're going to need this machine input. I'm also going to make this place level. Pipeline on top of a deposit using industrial pipes. Right now, I have it above the crude oil itself. Does that still work? Then construct the pump jack, building the connector and the head of the pump jack. Now they need to be connected with the pump jack hammer. Whoa. Nah, that seems a bit scuffed. Right? That don't seem too right. Compact engine needs fuel though. I think we can power this with water wheels. Finally placing the machine input with a pump jack crank above it as shown in the scene. This looks exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then this goes on top of the machine input. Then we just give it some power, right? I'm gonna go ahead and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water wheels. Go ahead and power these bad boys. Andesite casing, big cogwheel, small cogwheel. And we'll do one more andesite casing. Or actually, that might be it. Once we connect this up, this is going to start pumping. Which means that from this pump jack, I need to have a system set up so it pumps automatically into these steel tanks. 504 blocks, or 504 buckets. Is that going to be enough for storage for this crude oil? I have a feeling it won't be. Come out of here. That come over there. Fluid pump needs to pump out of this place though. So like that. And I'm going to need a gearbox for this. My question is, if I add a gearbox, is this going to be enough? Do I have enough stress units to keep this system going? For some reason, something tells me that we won't have enough stress units, but I'll give this a shot anyways. That should be it for our crude oil extraction. Oh, it works. Oh my god. So do I actually need to find the bedrock with the deposit? I have a feeling I probably do need to find that. All right, we got to go back into the cave down below. You know what? I'll just bucket up all of this crude oil, right? Because there's only 2 source blocks of it. Oh no, there's a couple more. Oh! Oh! It's right there! Oil deposit! We're good! We're good! We're good! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Yes, it is! Oh my god, it's going fast as well. I got 504 buckets of this stuff. Right. The next thing I would need is a big flat area. What are all these noises, by the way? Jeez. So what we need now is going to be the oil tank. Pump crude oil out from the pump jack base by connecting it with pipes. The crude oil needs to be pumped into the steel distillation controller, not the tank itself. Oh. Okay, my distillation tower is gonna come over here. So all of my different towers for the outputs, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put them like over here. Okay, these are the 5 cargo tanks I need. So now we need to figure out the blaze burners with the tank, right? With the distillation tower. That's the next step that we're on. We have a couple of steel fluid tanks remaining on standby. We're making a whole bunch of steel now. Boom. That is going to make our steel distillation tower controller. Steel fluid tank can be turned to a distillation tower. Yeah. Assembly first. Distillation tower controller next to the tank. Ah, we need 6 outputs. Okay, now we just need to craft up all of these. We're going to get there. We're going to make plastic and get... I'm telling you, we're going to get the digital miner before we end at day 100. I'm telling you. Oh my god, dude. Scare somebody else, will you guys? I'm just trying to chop wood here. So we should be able to go like this. Truss. Then the steel distillation controller. This does work. Oh, nice. Okay. And then it is the output, a pipe, and then an output. So it would be output, pipe, output, pipe, output, pipe, output, pipe, output, pipe, output. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it is 6. So I'm gonna need an additional system here, because I only have 5. That should be the way. These are all set to extract, or almost all of them are. Okay, these are all hooked up. The only thing that we're missing now is the blaze burners. Yeah, the blaze burners, and then giving all of these guys rotational power, and giving this guy rotational power. That's pretty much everything that we're missing now. Maybe, I have a feeling we're gonna need some more stress units for this. There's no way this can run on... Well, I guess it can. Yeah, that makes the system overstressed. This steel flow... Oh! Because the blaze burners are not set up. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We're gonna have to empty out a bigger area here to abuse the fact that we can use water wheels. All right, let's go ahead and grab these small little blazes. We need 3 more blazes, and then we're set up. See a blaze right here. Boop. Boop. Oh my god, this guy's fast. That guy was really fast. I don't have healing items on me. Got it. We can get out of here. We're gonna figure out if these need to be supercharged. If they have to be superheated blazes, then we need to make blaze cakes, which is gonna be a whole different shtick that I have not played around with, I can't lie. Now we just add these little guys. Aha. Oh! Dude, they actually processed. Look at this. Gasoline LPG. Okay, so it did process all of my items. Now we just gotta get this water running. Alright, this whole system is working. Heavy oil, diesel. Empty, 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 empty. Why? The kerosene and the naphtha is not getting pulled out. Is it because the distance is too far? No, that would not make a lot of sense. The heavy oil is going, the diesel is going, but these are not going. Okay, I didn't know there was a max range on fluid pipes, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, there we go. And this is the one that we're mostly interested in, is the naphtha, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and give these a little bit more burn time. Propylene mix that we need. The only question I have is, how do we get the propylene into the basin? The only thing that I'm wondering with this advanced distillation is, do you need blaze burners again? Yes, you probably do. Heavy oil goes into diesel and lubrication. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same system, but then in a smaller format. Pretty much, I need you guys to move out from there, and you will move to a system over here. I'm just gonna need to bring over some of this power this way. All right, that gives you power. Now you need some power as well. Bada bing, bada boom. This one's filling up with naphtha. That is beautiful. Let's get cracking, shall we? Oh, I off-centered it. I'm an idiot. We should be refining everything now into ethylene and propylene. That's what I'm talking about. We just got to pump this into a system that puts everything into a basin. That overstresses the system. Okay, so we need more water wheels. I had a feeling that might happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay, that did fix the issue. We have liquid plastic and we have propylene. Okay, so the way that this is supposed to work is boom, boom, boom. Then the spout. Then the depot. And you need some kind of rotational power here. Yeah. That works. This is filled up with liquid plastic. And then you want a bucket on here, right? Okay. Liquid plastic. Huh. Really? Oh. Wait, if I just pump this liquid plastic over to another basin, brother, I don't need all of this. Chest and the side funnel. Mechanical belt. Boom, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. And this guy. Hey! Plastic sheets! Finally! Yes! There's no way. Oh my god. We finally have them. All of this for one item. All of this for one item. Now that we have the plastic sheets, we can go back to the original goal, which was already so long ago I forgot on which page it was, which is the digital miner. Okay, there we go. Refined obsidian ingots. That means we can make robot. Now the only thing we're missing is the electrical casing, for which I need 4 resistors, I believe. No, 2 resistors and 2 capacitors. That's it. Electric casing has been made. Digital miner obtained. Yes! Ho ho! And that feels really good. Oh my god, this thing is a beast. Look at the sheer size of this thing. What in the world? Okay, this thing has power. When I configure this radius, 32, 33, 35, 40, 100? No, 99? No filter. Tag. Oh, okay. Start. Oh, it's going. Oh my god, it's got 6,000 ores to mine. What if I go ahead and I take the speed upgrades I have here, uninstall these? That's 8 speed upgrades. What if I go ahead and give this guy all of these speed upgrades? Probably will not have enough energy, right? I can give it 5 upgrades. Okay, fair enough. That's still good. I mean, look at this. That's still really good. Can you imagine having this at like the start of the pack? That would be so crazy. Now, what I'd probably want to end up doing, if we think about this logically, is we'd probably want like what is called an importer, which means you'd also want some cables. So you'd want an importer, and then you'd want to run a couple of cables, right? If I go ahead and I put import cables all on this, do you actually pull out the items from my digital miner? Wait, it is pulling out. It is pulling out the items straight into my storage system. That is beautiful. Oh, we can upgrade our jetpack to netherite. Wait, hold on. I kind of want to do that. To netherite, which gives us 2 more armor. Oh, this actually looks really sick. What? Dude, look at us. I kind of feel like a space marine right now. That's my day 1 right there. That is my day 1. All right, just like that, we have the ammo needed to go and kill the bosses in the deep dark. That's essentially the plan right now. On to the buried city. I got some revenge to take on these things, brother. I got some revenge to take. Sacrificial bastion and marble soul forge, both of which I haven't found yet, which leads me to believe that they're structures that I haven't come across, or at least structures that I haven't entered yet. Ooh, this steam engine doesn't make a lot of noise. That is awesome. Yeah, this is what I would assume is the marble structure, right? Yeah. That's what I assumed. We probably need a key for this. Yeah. Where do we get the key? Probably down here somewhere. Aha! Marble guard note. Venom, despair, venom. Sorry, shield? What is all that? We're just gonna bomb this thing with an RPG. That's what I'm saying. Watch this. Stone is broken by an RPG, right? Boom, brother. Take some of that. Some good old explosion. Wait, what is an energy shield? What is that supposed to be? Oh! What? There's no way! It one-shot me? You're actually joking. Oh my god. That's nuts. Nah, that's nuts. And so our journey in Beyond Cosmo comes to an unfortunate ending. However, I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed as much as I enjoyed playing this pack. And it's been your boy, ElAbro, and I will see you guys in the next video. But before that, if you guys could just drop a cheeky sub and a like, that would be really appreciated. All right, okay, bye.